Gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a magnificent Monday night. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. But we are about to kick off another week in wrestling, coming off the heels of WWE Summerslam. We have WWE RAW tonight, packed Raw, first hour commercial free, and we are going to be your live reaction to all the action here tonight. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is WWE RAW, and we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Happy to be back at it again, kicking off another crazy week in wrestling. So much going on, so much coming up. We are happy to bring you more and more streams each and every week. Get in that chat, blow it up, be a friend, tell a friend. Let's see if we can get into triple digits here tonight on this one. Don't forget the super chats, the super stickers, and all that fun stuff. But a jam-packed Monday Night Raw, including the fallout from SummerSlam, including the first hour free, including the Wyatt 6 making their debut in the ring. It's going to be a fun one. But for the next few hours, you are with Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and B.I. to the G, Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, not only my guy, on top of the fallout from SummerSlam, we've got a new world champion, Gunther, who I believe might be kicking off Monday Night Raw.
He could be. Adam Pearce went public today announcing some things. A-Town Down is going to be on Raw, so that was an interesting twist. Don't know what they'll be doing or why they will.
They're in a tag match. They are in a tag match.
There you go. Who are they
fighting?
Are taking
on Awesome Truth.
No, they are. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So coming off the heels of SummerSlam, Nick, what I thought was a great SummerSlam. I thought they did really well. I thought the show was solid. I do think there is a Meltzer out there that I just want to grab by the throat and shake a little bit, but I can't. I don't know if I can even say that live. But man, it's just so funny to see some of the people like look for reasons not to like shit. It was a great wrestling show from start to finish, high marks. The fans, the true fans, were impressed, were happy, and they delivered on so many different things. That's an angle pay-per-view. No, that's a pro wrestling pay-per-view. I get it. Nobody got set on fire. There was no, you need more topes. But at the end of the day, man, it was quality, and I'm assuming you still feel the same way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Christ, as much as I even don't like the bastard with Logan Paul, of even the little clip of him doing the moonsault, the springboard moonsault onto LA Knight on the outside was fantastic. You have the Jacob Fatu spot, which is still up in the air as to if he's actually injured or not. I know some people, even on our Discord and everything like that, are convinced of, he fooled the world. He did look pretty goddamn painful, but if he was selling that, good on him. Did you have something?
Keep going.
How did you feel though about the Punk Drew match? I feel like that's the match I might want to watch back of if that might have, could have, should have, would have been a little bit better.
I saw one of the critics, and I think it was, Tuna Meltzer again, saying that the focus was on Seth. And I think Seth did a good job being Seth, but I also thought the match itself, was it a 5-alarm burner? No. Were they doing back and forth? But no, but I thought they took us on a ride. But the priority was clearly the angle, the story beyond this match. And maybe some of it is Punk's ring rust was, used to hockey up here in Canada. Ring rust played a factor because he did look like he was sucking pond water in the back half of that match. So maybe it wasn't the best of matches, but I thought I think the story they're telling, the fact that Drew got the W, I think it all lined up and clicked.
I think that match is setting up more for an angle going forward, like you said, probably with Bash, and I'll take it from even Rocco. Great minds think alike, my guy, of saying that Rollins versus Punk at Bash, and then at Bad Blood, we do the Hell in a Cell 3-way or a triple threat of some sort, even if it's not the Hell in a Cell. I think the way that match ended with, and they did do a little bit of callback to that Taker Bret Hart match that which I dig. But with Seth being the one that has the bracelet, and that's what distracted Punk, and now he's going to blame Seth for costing him the fucking match and all this. That's the angle I think they have going forward. Drew, I don't know where he goes or if he just plays background instigator.
Yeah, I think, again, it's a good way to kind of pull him to the forefront. And I wonder if tonight it's going to have a way to loop it all in as far as who comes out. Like, does Drew come out and brag, and then Punk wants to come out and say, you screwed me? Does, Drew come out and Seth interrupts? Like, it's very intriguing. And I love the storytelling in the sense of, Drew lost the title because he took his eye off the ball. He made his feud with his feud with Punk a priority, and it ended up costing him. And that's what this felt like on Saturday, was that Punk took his eye off the ball. He made that bracelet, and what that bracelet represents, the focal point. So instead of focusing on his opponent, he got caught up in the emotion, and he got caught with his pants down, so to speak. Pause.
That's actually a really great way to put that. Honestly, I don't know how to follow that up, because that's really, I think, perfectly put there, because it's literally, opposite sides of the same coin.
Yeah, 100%. And again, for me, like, if you think back to some of the things we really remember of, like, oh, do you remember that match? There's some really classic matches we remember only for the storytelling, only for the stuff around the match. They weren't exactly barn burner matches, but it was epic, and this person got involved, and that happened, and a title changed. And I think in ring, it might not have, there was some really good stuff, and it might not have been perfect, but man, and as far as being entertained we were here for 7 hours,
right?
And as far as keeping us focused, keeping us entertained, and keeping us into it, full marks. And again, if you want to have a 15 match pay-per-view that has a whole bunch of fucking crazy tricks and flips and stunts and fires and spikes and staple guns, great. But how do we feel 3-4 hours into that pay-per-view? So I'm sorry, but the people are changing the definition of things. People that are supposed to know better but can't admit it. Just come out and say, holy shit, that was really good. But they can't do it. And it's embarrassing.
Because he thinks stuff like Blood and Guts was great. But shout out Adam Not 22 for already the $10 super chat, as we've got 75 people kicking it with us right now already. Punk and Drew is great. We give plenty of other older wrestlers passes, but everyone seems to not want to extend that to Punk. People will remember this more in a year than if it was a spot fest. Well said.
Yeah, 100%. You are going to remember this match years from now. We're going to remember all this. Hey, do you remember back in 2024 when, Punk and Drew, and they were going back and forth, and, Punk kept screwing Drew, and then Drew beat the shit out of him, and then Seth got involved, and it ended up in a Hell in a Cell. But you're going to remember
the angle. You remember the angle.
Yeah. Do you think I'm going to, outside of, oh, wow, do you remember that time that Jungle Boy got set on fire and then won the match? There's nothing to remember.
Very valid, very valid. But we haven't talked about, two of the biggest things. I'll ask the question first because I want to know the answer. I said on stream that OTC was one tribal chief. I've seen it represent only tribal chief or original tribal chief. Which recipe of tribal chief is it?
I saw this online debate, and when you yelled it out on Saturday, I was like, that makes sense.
It starts with an O.
Right? And then people start, what does it really mean? And we don't really know. I like original tribal chief, but then that's acknowledging that is that acknowledging Solo's also a tribal chief?
Right.
So maybe only tribal chief makes the most sense, because you think you sat at the head of the table, but there's only one of us. There's only one seat at that end of the table. And if you want to sit there, you got to push me out of the chair.
But see, that's when I go back to just trying to say that I was calling it before I even knew that it's the one tribal chief, because, acknowledge me, you got to throw up the one.
I like it. I think it works, man. I like that it's open to interpretation. But yeah, for my money, only or one tribal chief makes a lot of sense. I saw the other, people saying original, but I was like, nah. But then now you're
I feel like
saying
that needs to be a poll question. Well, let's see if we can make that a poll question.
definitely.
Because, well, we've also now, what do you do with Roman Reigns? We've seen or heard that he's advertised and supposed to show up for SmackDown this week.
Yes,
Where
he
do we
is.
go from here? Is he going to still get used frequently on television? Is this going to be kind of, he does the one thing? Could we even potentially see him here tonight? He wants to reconcile with one Jason Uso.
That'd be very intriguing. I mean, if he showed up here to I wonder right now, because he got the upper hand, because he came out, and I'm very curious what Jacob Fatu's going to go through. We saw him with a walking boot. I know people said, it was part of the gimmick that he was selling, that he couldn't get up. That's left Solo open, but I still feel like that's bought. Triple H did acknowledge that he banged himself up. I hope it's minimally. And
it could be kayfabe, because if it was selling, though, that was one hell of a sell job. We were out here literally the second we saw it, we winced away of like, oh, that really didn't go well. And now, granted, you avoid the confrontation between him and Roman, with him being out at some point, being, he was supposed to sell a move from that splash, maybe not, his shin and not being able to stand, what have you. But yeah,
it didn't look comfortable at all. But I wonder if, Roman shows up on Friday, takes the ring, starts talking, and then he realizes, okay, now I'm outnumbered. Yeah, it was easy to get the jump on him. They didn't expect me, quote unquote, Fabeway. They didn't know I was going to be there. I caught him by surprise when his enforcer was down and the other two guys just fought off. Now what? So it'll be very intriguing that way. Because I do think there's a gradual, I mean, when do you bring Paul back into the mix? Do you bring Paul back in the mix? How does that work?
Could you bring Paul back to this Friday?
You could.
You have him, like you said, he comes out there and he instantly, like, just already is in the ring, what have you, or starts off the show, or is out there cutting a promo. Could it just be another moment to where he shows up and just gets the drop on him again?
No, I think there's going to be something a little more formal, especially because they're announcing that he's going to be there. So everyone's already expecting some type of presence. I assume with after, 3-4 weeks of Solo cutting promos on Roman in his absence, Roman's going to have something to say and remind everybody who he is.
Fair enough. But do we want to remind the people who he is and talk, have a conversation with the peoples and all that?
Absolutely. Let's do that.
I'm scrolling up to the top.
Big Bong, get boxed. Shit, W. CM Ong back in the house. CM Money, welcome. So Drew won. Technically Drew would be the AEW champion right now. Officially.
Yeah, he's got the red satchel.
Right. Rocco, good to see you. So I think we get Rollins. We got that one. And yeah, I think I keep pushing for a triple threat Hell in a Cell. And I think a triple threat makes sense because it does help protect everybody involved. And, especially Punk. If Punk's not quite got the gas tank he needs, then, maybe this is a good way to kind of hide it.
Yeah. Or even if, say, heaven forbid, he does go down again, what have you, you can pivot a lot easier, I think. We're out here acting like this man's like made of glass and has, a gas tank of a fucking tricycle.
We're a little nervous. Over the last few years, he's been in and out. Injuries have been a common place. So I think we're really kind of like walking on eggshells a little bit, a little fragile.
Right, a little fragile.
Right, just to see if he's okay, just to see if he can make it to the finish line. Right. Each night without, ending up in the hospital.
Consistent. Consistency is key.
Right. Dead Ringer 47. Monday, Bloody Monday. This should be a good one. What is up, Dead Ringer? Welcome. Damian, looking forward to Kaiser's back?
Yes, he's taking on Sheamus, and he's also Damian's the prediction champion.
Damian, how many times have you won the predictions championship?
3. He might be on.
It's at least. This might be his 4th. Yeah,
really?
Damian, I think, has the most wins. I know Bradley has a couple. Damian, let us know how many times have you won this belt? But you won it by tiebreaker. You were the first one. A few people had the same record as you, but you got in at the championship match first. So being quick on that trigger helps out sometimes, folks.
Pause. This man is about to be like, he's about to be out there like Booker T 5-time prediction.
What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Scott Rizzo back in the house. Drew should be the real AEW World Champion. Should not be a problem. Well, you know, when his contract comes close to expiring, I'm sure Meltzer reported, "Oh, he's signing and bringing the belt back." Like,
oh God. And you'd have to acknowledge that he had it.
Right. Roddy, welcome back. Eric, welcome back. What's up, buddies? I would love to see a three-way Big Braun IC title match in the future. Breaker, Strowman, and Bronson. Don't forget, you got Ilya in the mix. And does Ricochet still work for WWE?
Well, maybe we see a Ricochet tonight, but I think that we might be setting up something for Bash that might involve said Ilya. You get him.
Yeah, I think
Gunther?
so. I think he wants revenge. I'm kind of still hoping like Bronson comes out tonight to brag and gets popped by Ricochet out of nowhere. That'd be kind of cool. I'd pop for that. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, there's options. That mid card, you know, we got Sheamus taking on Ludwig tonight. Another part of the mid card. They're really shaking it up. Pete Dunne's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. So we got lots going on. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Curtis saying game on. Paul, welcome back. Richard, good to see you. Sonya, EO taking on, well, Dakota's kind of the leader, right? So match changed. Oh, so wait, match changed. I hadn't heard that, Richard.
I had not.
The full comment.
Yeah, I had not seen that.
I thought Richard was saying I want EO, but no, EO apparently replacing Dakota. I hope Dakota's okay.
Let me check the Twitterverse while you click through the comments in the chat.
What's the word? And word up. Bird's the word, Muddy. How you doing? How you doing, Odds? Richard, again. Trip, welcome back. As I saw us in triple digits, we're at 95, still in the pre-show, folks. Remember, we're going to be here all night long on a jam-packed Raw. So if you can hear my voice right now, take this link, share it with everybody you know, everybody and everywhere. Facebook, Reddit, I don't care where you go. That's Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, do all the things. Let all the people know, and let's blow up this chat here tonight. Welcome to Monday Night Live. Did you see all the chicken nuggets, my guy? I got all of them nuggets.
He's appreciated, my guy. He's appreciated. That's the thing, too, that we haven't even talked about. I'm saying tonight's theme is just run. Whether you're Liv, you're Dom, you're Gable, you're a Creed brother, just run. Run, bitch, run.
Right. That's funny as hell. Christian, I predict turning into an open night. I predict CM Punk will call out Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley will call out Dominic and Finn. And so ding dong for the fight. Now,
you made it worse than even he said it. He said ding ding. He said ding dong.
What did I say? Ding ding. Ding ding. I said ding dong. There you go.
Yes, you did. You ding dong.
You
touched my trot.
Keep my dong out of this. But we one curious thing, JD ripping the shirt and saying I never really liked this shirt anyway does imply kind of more of your theory that Judgment Day is dead.
Well, are they dead, or is it just because they had dead members on there now? So now they've got it's a new version. I've seen people go both ways of they're done. Like Carlito, I think might have been JV in the Discord said, had Will Smith, showing up the last time at the home where there's no one else, no furniture, no nothing. And that's Carlito showing up at the clubhouse for Judgment Day. But at the other hand, I think it might be a revitalized, newer version of Judgment Day with Liv, Dom, Finn, like probably Finn and Liv more kind of running it.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe. I mean, I think Finn's going to head it up. Liv's not that strong, dominant personality.
Yeah, because then she'll be daddy. She'll be the one that plays the plays the puppet master.
Right. So yeah, ultimately, I still don't trust any of it. But yeah, I mean, we'll find out. I mean, the Judgment Day has been such a prominent role on Raw for so long. What is it going to mean? What is it going to look like now? And how do they carry forward? I like the idea of Prince being Prince Devitt. Prince Devitt is Finn Balor. I like the idea of Balor getting a push and getting a little more love.
I think he's 100% going after Priest. That's probably going to be a match at Berlin, unless Damian's going at Gunther then.
Going back at Gunther. Yeah, I'm curious to see if they go Finn Damian or does Damian go back after Gunther?
I want a fantasy book, and I think I kind of said it a little earlier. I want a fantasy book, Ilya versus Gunther at Bash in Berlin.
Yeah, absolutely. If we can pull it off, it's just to me, it's a bit of a slingshot for Ilya because he's
I'm fine with it. The man's done a
You're
good
like,
job
fuck
of
it, just
taking
send him.
L's. Just fucking- He's small enough, just fucking send him. He'll H-bomb Gunther right in the jaw.
Fair enough, man. I mean, we would love it. Ilya Gunther 2 would be outstanding. So it'd be very curious if they are planning to go Finn, Damian, does Gunther out in the ring bragging about his win, and an Ilya or a Pete Dunne or somebody in that ilk. Even well, I mean, Sheamus is kind of busy right now, but have them come out and say, "I want that shot." I'm all for either. Like I'm all for
Would
a
it be
couple
a
options.
Drew?
Well, if Drew wasn't done with Punk, I'd say yeah. Or if Drew was done with Punk, I'd say yes. I just don't think he is. I don't think this Drew Punk thing is
I
done
think
by any.
they're definitely not done, but I think what do you do if you're going to have Punk versus Seth? What do you do to keep Drew busy? Do you just he background instigates? He's the special guest ref. Maybe you throw him out of Gunther. Now, granted, then it means he's probably going to lose unless Gunther's really a transitional championship, which would be terrible. But yeah.
Yeah, I think Gunther's a hard out, man. I think Gunther's going to have this belt for a hot minute.
Yeah, so that I wouldn't throw Drew at him to take an L.
That becomes the dilemma. Yeah, if Drew goes after him, then what? Seth screws him this time, or Punk screws him again. I'm like, fuck it, stop giving him title matches.
Right, stop it.
Right, like it's like fucking liar, liar. Like, stop breaking the law. Yeah, we know what the outcome is.
Right.
For the first time in 2 years, I'm reporting from the man cave, watching Raw and having fun. Curtis, love to hear it, man. Thank you for being here. Eric, welcome back. Scott, I think we got you, but how you doing? Biggie Smalls, Nick.
baby.
B-I single G. Ooh, wee.
Get it? Biggie, also known.
That's deep. How do you sleep? Yeah. Good. I think they should mix the tag team division around. Not a bad shout, Paul. I mean, again, if there's some permanency to this as far as like a trade or an exchange of talent for some way, I'm all for mixing it up. And I do think they're trying to build like DIY and put them in positions. I know people are upset, but they didn't retire. They can still go chase.
I still don't care.
But I think they're trying to put together. You say you don't care?
I still don't care.
Yeah, fair enough. I think they're trying to put together a division that bangs. Like if we do get MCMG in this eventually, the Gorillas of Destiny are going to be fine, even if Jacob's out. I think there's a lot that they're trying to do with the tag team division. We hope the Viking Raiders get back to it at some point. There's a lot of options.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's now making those options matter.
Right. Jake, the aerial assassin, is with us as we're just about 5 minutes away from the start of Raw, folks. Nick and I will sync up at the start of the show. We take a prediction on every single match, and we take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. Yes, we do that because we were one of the first to ever do that. Forever. I love it. I love to hear it, Curtis. MDB's with us. Good to see you, sir. Dale, OG Dale back in the house. Welcome back. ABJ, what's up, fam? How you doing? Juan Collins, how are you, sir? Who else we got? Dead Ringer, we already got you. Bailey Power Slam, Nia Jax, 275 pounds. Let's go. You can see Tiffany staring at that belt after Nia won. Well, that's going to be an interesting relationship moving forward, Nick.
Oh, yeah. And I think we gave Anthony credit when it happened on the pay-per-view, and I think that's going to be the interesting storyline going forward of you might have Nia be dominant for a little bit, and you've still got Tiffany of, do I tease it? Maybe.
Yeah, I like it. And I mean, they're playing this whole queen and princess thing, the life-size.
She's my personal Barbie doll.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. But I mean, is that a way, like, does Tiffany get a face turn here? Like, eventually of like, free live and everyone
would have to go over Nia being a heel.
Right. It'll be cool.
Or unless she does it, and unless someone beats Nia and then she cashes in on the person who just beat Nia and it stays within them. But then you're getting into that lay cool territory.
Well, you saw what happened on Australia, like and other places where they were losing their mind for Tiffy time. I think in the US, she's very much been presented as a heel and it sticks a little better. But people, I mean, you could see an arena full of people screaming Tiffy time and chanting that. Very interesting.
Yeah. Well, the rumor going around is that they're setting up Tiffany versus Charlotte at 41, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But then you'd have to have heel Charlotte when she came back, which would be interesting.
Heel Charlotte's the best Charlotte, though. Babyface Charlotte's really nasally.
But she's coming off an injury.
Fair enough. But come back and be a dick. This year's SummerSlam felt like WrestleMania 39, which was a great WrestleMania. Yeah, I thought it felt like a big event, and I liked it. So, Byron, good to see you. Jason, welcome back. MDB, gotcha. Ken's in the house. We'll come back to some of the longer one, folks, as long-winded Nick and KJ are running out of time. And once again, Adam, thank you for the super chat. Folks, do not forget we have the super chat, the super stickers, and all that fun stuff. Odds Bodkins, Denisha, welcome back. Gamer Ghoul in the house. There you go. Juan Collins, I see you. Nick, are you working?
Oh, you're way up there, my guy. So I'm gonna just roll through.
Yeah, there you go.
Robert, Alexis, we got Braden, we got Stoner Jesus. May the blunt be with you. We got MDB. We got Robert again. We got WPW Raw is going to be fire. CT Miller, awesome SummerSlam, ready for Raw. Let's go, everybody. Absolutely. Curtis letting everybody know, acknowledge KJ and Nick by slamming that like button. Absolutely. Acknowledge us. TJ, what up? Mr. Noob saying, whose segments are you removing to showcase the tag division? I don't think you need to remove segments.
Nobody.
You just need to actually have better tag team segments. You still have tag matches. They're just never really intriguing and good. Like, there's not a story behind them at this point. Like, we talked about, the world title has a story behind it. The mid-card title has a story behind it. The women's title has a story behind it. The tag division has no stories behind it right now.
No, and it's a lot of thrown together tag teams. It's Awesome Truth, reuniting, and it feels so good. Or, a lot of, two people we don't really expect to be on a team. So again, I don't think there's removing anything. I mean, Raw's a 3-hour show, plenty of room for a tag team division. And SmackDown, again, have been working on it. They kind of woke it up, but DIY surprised everybody. Then the Guerrillas of Destiny, I guess the Bloodline surprised everybody again. So they're trying something.
Yeah, well, I did see that. Hey, Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu finished their father's stories because their fathers were tag team together, and they never won the tag belts, but their sons did.
Man, Braden, another Braden in the house. How you doing? Kevin's back with us, pretty sure. Bo said so. Let's go. Every time I see Bo said so, I think was it Pro Stars? It was Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan, the cartoon. Oh,
you're dating yourself, my guy. You got me swinging on this one.
Anyone out there remember? Was it called Pro Stars? They had a series.
Austin might remember it. I don't.
Yeah, Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky fucking fought crime.
That's an odd combination. But it just makes me think of Bo Leave.
There you go. Yours truly is going. I saw you caved, Anthony. Anthony watched SummerSlam, and the minute he was like, "That was so cool, I'm going," and then broke him.
But now we got to just work on so we have an on-scene correspondent.
Right? Yeah, that's where actually I got to make a note.
Yeah. Great minds. As I've got 8 o'clock kicking off, which reminder for everybody out there trying to find Monday Night Raw besides listening to our beautiful voices and everything like that is on Sci-Fi still because of the Olympics. So check your local listings. It won't be on USA Network or wherever you watch it normally, I feel. Well, maybe just outside the US or inside.
I got then.
I have then now. I don't have now.
You don't have now then. You have then now.
I have now.
Now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think Nick and I are synced up like
forever.
Forever. Let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're at. If you're watching and want to pause up with us, we are going to together right now. So Raw is about to begin. Get in that chat, triple digits. Let's see if we can double that by the end of the night. If you can hear my voice, go find some friends, and let's see if we can get to 200 people tonight as we are kicking off this one with the replay of SummerSlam.
That always sounds rude to me just in my head of go find some friends. But we're your friends too.
Yeah, see, it was Pro Stars.
Ah, there we go.
91. See, that's not so bad. I'm not that old.
I was 3. Yeah, I think I was 3.
Slightly ahead of that. Not much.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just slightly. Good to see you, Boston. Kira. Anthony, of course. Welcome.
Keisha, what up? Bo knows pro wrestling. He probably does.
We got MZB. We got Curtis. CT Miller. Welcome.
Yeah, I got this one. Awesome. SummerSlam ready for Raw. Let's go, everybody. We got Beef Squatch raising the pirate flags. Bo knows Jeff Jarrett. Enough said.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it now, but Jeff Jarrett Danielson with Ricky Steamboat.
Commercial.
Yeah, we'll save that.
Well, we got an hour before we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Eddie's saying Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso are now going to be together. No, I don't.
Maybe. Did you see the tweet from Murphy?
Oh yeah. TK, can I go help mommy real quick?
Can I go see about a thing? I'll be right back.
And I think it was Kathy Kelly responded back or replied back and said he said no.
Did she really?
Yeah, I think so.
Amazing.
Vicious. But right now we're getting a replay of SummerSlam. We're going through the world title match right now, to where it's interesting how they did it to where you saw Damian see it on the replay monitor, like the big jumbotron of Finn screwing him over. So now it's just become a meme template. Right. Why you wascally wabbit?
But it was again, good. For a moment.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Nick. But for a moment, I didn't think it was going to happen.
Oh, I thought it was always going to be the play. And it's interesting. I didn't even fully make these connections to where Finn, because of Damian, lost to Seth last year at SummerSlam. And then also the first 2 people that Rhea Ripley attacked, as we're kicking it off with Dom and Liv backstage. Oh, there's Priest too. But
Lovey and Dovey.
But those 2, Liv and Dom, are the first 2 people Rhea attacked in the Judgment Day.
Yeah. Damian looks upset.
Oh, and they got Braun. You gotta open the gate to let this bad boy in here. Pause.
And like we said, folks, on Saturday, 4 title changes in one pay-per-view. Kiss my ass, everybody. Like if that's not enough, let's go.
Right.
Look,
Drew's coming out with the bracelet, and they cut to the very first shot as Drew's hand with the bracelet on it.
Exile. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Giving a little smoochy smooch to the bracelet. Well, as we've got Ludwig kicking it off. So we're kicking it off with Gunther.
Yeah, he's going to introduce Gunther. Welcome back, Ludwig, who was banged up a little.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I demand. He's the ultimate hype man, my guy.
Right. He's
Sure
so good.
Oh, yeah.
He's so good. As for those who can't see, Ludwig is introducing your new
shit out of Gunther.
So good. The veins are popping.
He always reminds me of like the schmarmy second villain, like the underling villain that's like is just the biggest asshole that you can like. You cheer more when that guy gets his ass kicked than when the big baddie gets his ass kicked.
Yeah. And here comes Gunther looking sharp.
Out here. So now both of your world champions in WWE come out in suits. Interessante.
Looking like pros, bro.
Looking like a sport, bro.
100%.
Bro. I felt like we need to keep it going.
Right. It's a new day in WWE. Yes, it is.
You gotta do the big idiot.
The best part for me was I looked away.
You were looking at Gunther, so everyone saw me doing it. But John, what up? Eddie, what up? Marvin, what up? Roddy, Mr. Golfer, the #1 heel viewer. Well, we got the #1 heel champion right now.
Yeah. My social anxiety will go through the roof if y'all get media credentials for Bad Blood, but I will do it for the channel. Might be able to get you a refund on them tickets if we pull our. But
Anthony, if I can believe in Joe Hendry, I certainly can believe in you, sir.
Right.
I believe in Anthony.
Yeah, I believe in Anthony.
Right.
Gonna stretch out that pause.
Whoa. We're only 7 minutes into the show, my guy, and you're already gonna go there?
As they are exploding the stage. All the pyro for Gunther.
I heard his family paid for that pyro themselves.
Pat is ridiculous.
Well, interesting thing that I actually found in the clip that we kind of missed when we were live on Saturday, so come September, embrace this team now on commentary, because come September it's going to be Corey Graves and Joe Tessitore, and then it's going to be Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on SmackDown.
Yeah. And I wonder if part of that, because
Pat's leaving.
No,
that's why
Pat is leaving. So it's interesting. Listen, the mix of boos and cheers.
That's the thing, is he's supposed to be the heel, but you know how freaking good he is.
There's people applauding, and we're getting a "you deserve it" chant muddled over boos. Like there's a good collection of boos in there.
Boo deserve it. Yeah. That's what it is. It's just boo deserve it.
Boo deserve.
Right. I was saying booter.
Do we get any returns? This might be a tough show, but anybody, maybe, like I said, maybe Ricochet. I don't know anyone on the docket that's supposed to really shock us coming out of the woodwork.
We have the in-ring return of one Erick Rowan. Let's just not forget that, by the way. As well as Dexter, Lumis, and Joe Gacy.
That's a big return. Fair enough.
Right. We got 3 in one match.
Right. Like out of the 3, Gacy's the one we've seen the most recent, and that wasn't that recent.
Facts. But I still, especially think about it. Last time we saw Rowan in WWE, he's taking a rock bottom from Dwayne, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we saw him in AEW for Harper
spot.
Yeah.
He's so good. Like, guys, and this is what I will say that Gunther has over Damian is Gunther commands the room differently.
Well, he's foreign, but yeah. Also, he's just imposing as fuck. He looks like a Bond villain.
Right. He does. We all have 14, no surprise.
And you can cut to replay after replay of people's chests getting goddamn caved in and bloodied up from just chops from this man.
Oh, yeah. All 4 title changes are no surprise. The fact that they did all 4 is the surprise more than because there was ways that those titles didn't have to change hands. Right? Yeah. Bayley could have won.
In fact, that match actually could have even changed hands a second time.
Yeah. Everything. Nothing.
You sound.
No. Wait a minute. Could Jey? Well, nah, because Jey Uso take another L.
That might be the only thing.
He said nothing will take me off guard, so I'm waiting for someone to surprise him now.
Well, I don't know if they were paid into the crowd just to show the crowd, but I was halfway expecting like someone's going to be coming down the steps right now or something.
Right. That's why I was like, would it be Jay? No. Title.
Nope, there's a couple of dudes late to their seats. Does Charlotte Flair return and go after Nia? Not in a soon future, I'd say.
Yeah, not yet. No, I like the idea of Tiffany going babyface against Nia. Carry that for a hot minute, and that buys time.
It's in my head. They talk to me. They understand.
Randy Orton has a key. That's what you're getting at Berlin. Randy has a claim.
Crazy.
That should be my
But
title.
he's a SmackDown superstar.
But he's owed a match.
Oh, that's a fucking badass callback. That's where this is Randy being the smartest, the veteran of the game. Instantly, all right, fucker, you go win it, and then I'll challenge you when you win it.
That was my title match. That was my shot. That would have
We
been
never
my
had our match to decide who was going there.
And listen, again, when you're trying to sell, we see this a lot with the international pay-per-views, Nick. Name value matters a lot, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
You go Gunther RKO in Berlin. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You're telling me you're gonna get Randall Keefe against Gunther in Berlin. You're gonna get a Gunther taking an RKO.
He's gonna beat Randy. Randy will put him over.
Oh yeah.
What a match this is gonna be. Because as big as we talk about, everyone always talks about how big Gunther is, but Randy's a big fucker. Like, he's gonna look him eye to eye. Like, we're good here.
Yeah, that's the thing is people kind of really forget how big Randy Orton is, and he's been on that Swolverine diet a little bit.
Yeah. Again, Randy Orton is a SmackDown competitor, but he does have a claim, and Triple H said we will get a run back. I like this.
It's a perfect way to use what they had with the screwed up finish at King and Queen of the Ring. This is a perfect way. It's a great headline match for Bash, and it's a great easy out and a good jumping mark for Gunther on his first title reign.
And you know what? Maybe I'm a bad wrestling fan or a bad wrestling analyzer.
Pundit.
Pundit sounds terrible.
Pundit.
He punched me in my pundit. But it's so stupid. No, I really think that I don't care. Like, oh, he's supposed to be on SmackDown. I don't care. It's Randy Orton on my TV. I'm happy.
Well, but that's the thing is, but that shows you how much we pay attention to this wrestling and how we're here live covering everything, because instantly your brain snapped right into, okay, well, they're still owed this. They're still supposed to have this match and everything. I'm sure there's 10 million tweets going out right now of, why is your SmackDown guy on Raw?
Well, you asked me on like Friday or Saturday, I think, of like, when do they do the Randy thing? And I'm like, maybe they just like,
They're right. But now this is a perfect way to do it. I wanted to come out here and congratulate you.
Randy is in such a groove, man.
Well, he already just never gave a F-U-C-K, and now he's in a position to where he doesn't have to give a fuck.
Yeah. No,
he's now the veteran cowboy that can just be loose with it.
Right. Well, it's just when you see somebody that is just in the groove, whether it's an athlete, when they know they're locked into some shit and they just hit that spot where they're like, in his head, I'm just good at this. I don't have to be nervous walking through it's just, this is what I do. And when they have that level of confidence where they're just dialed into exactly who they are, it's beautiful.
Absolutely. Look familiar?
Yeah. I like that. My shoulders weren't down, bitches.
Right? Well, we called it when we were here watching it.
What's up, Paul? How you doing? This is how you tie up loose ends. And you do it well because, again, we expect Gunther to have that belt for a minute. So who can he beat that will give him clout, but, present a good match and a good marketing opportunity? Why not Randy Orton? And you run it back and address it. Randy has every right to say, that is my belt because I should have won it.
Right.
He's in his gear.
Calling that in.
I'm calling it in. Let's go.
And that's the thing, though, is too, of Randy can take that L and be fine. Like, Randy can take that L and still challenge Cody at some point.
Yeah.
Smooth versus smoother. What?
What? That's funny. Oh, modern day Flair Steamboat.
Ooh, well, we're gonna see real modern day Steamboat on Wednesday.
I like that from Randy. I can fill one of those roles. Can you?
Right. You could. And this is the guy who's arguably had the greatest match of all time with one Adam Copeland.
Still funny. Like, you can't call it that before it happened.
Facts. But he's not from Germany. He's not only is Berlin not Germany, but yes, Randy, you fucked that all the way up. Gunther is Austrian. Berlin is its own country, and it's not. Neither one of them are German.
Randy's like, close the fucking off.
It's in the ballpark. It's somewhere there in Europa.
Except I'm Austrian.
Right, except none of it.
Oh. Yeah, like Randy's a bigger dude than Gunther.
Yeah, literally, I think, honestly.
He's a bigger dude than Gunther.
He's literally, even with the shaved head, got like a forehead ahead of him. Gordon, what up? Artist, what up? Ministry of Truth, what up? Your nemesis, Randy, will win. Gunther will get a rematch and win it back by shady circumstances. No, he's not losing in Berlin. It's close enough. It's like Randy said, it's close enough to Austria.
Oh. Handshake deal, folks. It's official. Go.
Oh, they're whispering.
Nothing catches me out of nowhere. That was the setup.
Oh, yeah.
Remember I said that line was important? Now I know why.
100% he's eating an RKO at some point.
Oh, he has to, but he's going to kick out of it. We're all going to lose.
Oh, yeah, but still.
Yeah.
That'll be now the big moment because they'll play back 1,000 times where he's whispering to him, nothing me catches out of nowhere.
I wonder if he hits one on the way to Germany. Like,
I literally thought he was about to turn around and hit one right there, my guy. I'm just like, oh, really? Fuck your shit.
You were saying? Now, he could have. Like,
correct.
When Gunther originally said that, I thought somebody was going to slide in the ring and hit him. So it would have been crazy if he said, nothing catches me off guard. RKO. That would have been nuts.
That's what I 100% thought they were about to do. Just like, and have him just walk out like he does in his little Stone Cold impression.
Right? Did you say nothing? Nothing?
No, right. Just fuck your shit.
What a great start to the pay-per-view, by the way, as we go back to the replay of Roman returning. So welcome to Monday Night SmackDown.
The great start of the pay-per-view, the great start of Monday Night Raw. It feels like a pay-per-view.
Yeah, great start to, what did I say? You
said the great start to the pay-per-view.
Oh, because they're showing a replay of the pay-per-view. Great start to Raw. It feels like SmackDown.
There we go. We got there. The eerie, creepy, mysterious, frightening Wyatt 6, says Michael Cole.
It's a lot of adjectives. Great way to make Berlin huge. Yeah, I mean, again, without knowing anything else on the card, you already want to see Randy Orton, Gunther too. That's a start.
Absolutely. Oh, and I think we're still going to get that filled out. At least probably another match tonight.
Oh, you think we'll get another one tonight? Possible. My question: what do you do with the Bloodline and Cody and Roman and everything? Are they like? Do they? Cody loves to be on every pay-per-view, so we'll see how that works out.
No, because Cody would be second fiddle, and you really push Mr. Americana in Berlin and everything like that. With you've got Gunther on the card, maybe you just sit this one out a little bit.
Maybe
it would be very interesting. And now some people would say that's damning of you don't have your both world championships on a pay-per-view, but I think you can maybe do what you sit it out a bit.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've seen it in the past where some of the secondary pay-per-views don't have everybody. We get it. So it'll be very interesting. Now, but that's my question on Friday. Will something be set up for, even if it's like Roman and Cody versus Jacob and Solo? Like, who
if
knows?
Roman is on that card in Berlin, he overshadows Gunther in his home. The closest he's going to get to his home arena.
That might be a good point.
My guy, Roman showed up and sold out custom belts on WWE Shop in 2 hours that were $600 a pop. This man made like $800,000 in WWE in like 2 hours.
Right. And here comes Sheamus. You're right. You're right, sir. I like it. Randy versus Gunther. I like it. Oh, wait. We forgot our poll. Original tribal chief is the 63%.
They were just hungry for the original recipe from Colonel. That's why.
Right. Sheamus coming out, getting ready for a banger, folks.
Oh, and instantly
here we go.
Bleeded. Yeah, well, because Ludwig was already out there because he was out there because of Gunther.
That's right.
I like the continuity a little bit.
2 huge matches. Maybe we'll get Dragunov versus Braun. Yeah, again, you have a lot of options. That's why when people say, "Oh, I can't believe they did the tag titles on SmackDown," because they didn't need any. Like, we're good. We're good.
Punk versus Seth at Berlin.
Who?
Punk versus Seth at Berlin.
Maybe. That's huge.
Yeah. I do think that they still do want to do big on, the international events and everything.
Yes, they do.
As we're underway with Sheamus versus Kaiser, so let us know, folks, who you're taking, whether you're taking Shamo or Ludwig, or if Pete Dunne's going to show up in Shillelagh Sheamus again.
Jackie looking good. Fight night. Sheamus wins. U.S. Ministry of Truth. Can we do a poll on Jacob Fatu work or legit injury?
Facts. Actually, that's not a bad shout because I've seen conflicting reports. I know there's people that knew he was supposed to do something to take him out of being involved with Roman, because that's what to me, that's the match to have, is Roman versus Jacob before we get to Roman versus Dwayne. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, there's also the theory that maybe Jacob's a double agent, but we'll talk about that later.
I don't like the idea of Jacob being a double agent at all, but we can get to that.
No, that's fine. That's very valid. I don't agree with it, but I was just acknowledging that is a theory that's out there. I think more than likely he's at least banged up and not as bad as we thought, because you and I both, we've watched enough and seen when people are kind of taking a bump, unless he's like the most fantastic seller, which he could be with Jacob. But that looked really bad, like the instant it happened. So I think this is a little bit of come see, come solve, cover all the bases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Interesting. As up goes Ludwig.
Oh, rolling senton.
Drew got screwed at Clash at the Castle. It would be full circle if Gunther loses the title, but his shoulder wasn't down. Drew got screwed at Castle.
How does Drew connect to there? I'm lost.
Oh, wait. Oh, we're calling for medical.
Oh, is he saying he broke a rib?
He's playing possum. You look huge. Let's go, Sheamus chance. Echoing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing is, yeah, you were right. He's playing possum, but
playing possum.
There's very much the emphasis on, like you said, or with Sheamus, I don't know if you said it, but with the veteran presence and everything like that. Even with SummerSlam, I don't know if you saw it going around to where they sent, a list of all the veterans that were going to be there and everything like that. Here's what they look like. Make sure you pay respect, you do right, all that and everything. So they're very much, not just, we're just going to let you fucking wander off here.
Right. As Ludwig, Sheamus is down. Ludwig just chillaxing. Ludwig, I mean, being that he was just kind of, a secondary guy in Imperium, I think the dude's got so much potential.
Oh yeah, he very much has like potential IC champ.
Oh, easy, yeah.
He just swallowed, all the charisma and talent and everything out of Vinci, and just, it's like when you have, twins in the room and one just takes over the other.
Right.
Kaiser for the win. Sheamus for the win. Who will Zilla go with? Roman OG bloodline or Solo Wolfpack bloodline?
If I was just fantasy booking and guessing, Solo.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them though you just put towards Solo.
Roman can have Hikuleo.
But I don't get why you would give him when his brothers are on the other side.
That's true. Maybe he'd go with his brothers. That's
the thing. So you'd have like 3 against like 70.
Well, yeah. I just think Jacob joining Roman gives the good guy the biggest muscle in the game, and that's never the case.
Valid. And I still...
what the fuck? Oh, holy shit.
Just dropped him out on the outside, but Sheamus hung up on the bottom rope here. Just Tree of Woe on the apron?
Yeah, did he just... But that was... Oh, kicked him in the back. Rude. Did he accidentally slide like this? Oh, he's slippery. And just slide out the ring?
Maybe. But they went with it if that's what happened.
Right. Drew's home country. Oh, so your nemesis. Trying to connect that dot.
Still barely tangible, but we'll get there. Is it interesting to you though that this is, all that they're like, this is the first hour that we're going commercial free?
I think just going commercial free creates excitement for the first hour. Again, we're still got lots to go. Already some surprises, so it feels like Raw after Mania kind of vibes to it, right? Like Raw after SummerSlam. It's got that hour, the first hour, no commercials. Randy shows up. We're getting a banger match. Like it's got that vibe. I get
that vibe, but I think I get that you do this to be the connective tissue, and I think probably the last thing that'll end the first hour will be something pretty big as well, if not something that'll hook into the second hour at least.
Yeah.
One of those. So, folks, make sure after this commercial break you stay here. Ludwig just mushing Sheamus right now in the face.
I'm going to take you out of here.
JV saying Kaiser reminds me a lot of when Randy was first in Evolution. Interesting as comparable.
A young guy, maybe. Yeah, okay. I kind of get where you're going with that. I don't hate it.
Yeah, maybe. Loosely, I'll say.
Loosely.
Chamo firing back. Gerard, what up? Alexis Wright's kid. Yeah. Alex Wright, yeah. You don't remember Alex Wright from WCW?
You can't forget Alex Wright. He does.
I don't know. You didn't say nothing, so.
Him and Disco Inferno. Rivalry of the century.
Oh. Misfit saying Lucha Bros are expected to leave AEW for WWE. I have not fully seen that, but I have seen Fenix looking at other trademarks. White noise. 1, 2. Two go.
Wow, two. I have heard this rumor constantly about the Lucha Bros. I don't hate it. We need tag teams. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so they can go against, El Phantasmo and the Woe and all of that, because that's exactly where they'll probably can put them.
Yeah, no shit.
Unless we get an MCMG, and could you imagine coming out of, into the fall of 2024, the tag team division in WWE. It is essentially Gorillas of Destiny, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Lucha Bros. Who the fuck would have had that on their bingo card?
Hey, I mean, it's kind of similar to like you get that AEW backstage picture at NXT, right? Cody and Spears and Ethan, and you're like, what the hell?
Without doing the Spider-Man meme.
When is All Out? The first weekend of September. Second weekend of September, technically.
Oh. Is it? I thought it was the first.
I think it's
Discus clothesline. Two count for Ludwig on Camo. Jason, late. I missed the pre-show Q&A update. Is there an update on Jacob Fatu?
No.
Right now, it's indifference. It is literally go with your heart.
Go with your heart.
Whatever you feel is going on with him right now, I think is what it is to be believed, because everybody's kind of all the way across the board on this. He was walking around in a boot, all of that.
70% are saying they believe that he's actually hurt. It looked like he actually got hurt.
Yeah.
As these men are just, they are having a banger, folks.
Well, and see, now, for people that don't like the, or even when we get critical of, the chop spots back and forth with other promotions and everything, this match built to that, and it didn't last long. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was literally all of maybe 15 seconds as they literally punch each other getting to their feet.
Yeah, and then you transition into other shit.
Right, now we've got the beats of the Bowery.
Slap of it.
Would you rather take Shamo doing that to you, clothesline off the top, or a chop from Gunther? Just one. Like, you got to take all 10 from Shamo, or just one Gunther clap.
I'll take the one. Get it over with. It might not.
Still take the 10.
Oh, wait a minute. Done with the shillelagh, but Sheamus ducks.
It still doesn't look like a shillelagh. It just looks like a giant matchstick. Jumping knee. The V trigger to Pete Dunne.
Ludwig going to get the win here. Enziguri?
Fun. That was not an Enziguri at all. That was, I think, a step up knee.
Michael Cole called it an Enziguri. I just repeated what he said.
No, that's fine. Well, it's like how they said at SummerSlam, how Pat McAfee coined the term Frankensteiner.
Bro, that was even cuter. Alex Ray was better as Berlin. He left out an arm.
He was Berlin when he was heel, and then you had the wall.
Yeah. You can only read what's on the screen.
Well, listen, sometimes we help him out. Broad kick. 2, 3. Shamo gets the win.
Sheamus makes the comeback. Dun, dun.
But he's still eyeing Pete Dunne a bit here. Like, it's so interesting with Pete Dunne. We've got him, taking on Trick. Well, we'll be here tomorrow night for NXT Great American Bash. We've already got that still going. But now we've got Pete Dunne hating on Sheamus. Like, you should be the biggest Pete Dunne supporter right now, because I know you like him. And then he's literally wants to get at Sheamus for naming him Butch.
Yeah.
That's all he wants. That's the whole story of, you fucking named me Butch.
The letter away from bitch. You dead.
Right?
Who do you think you are, Butch?
Roman Reigns' return resulted in over 1 million social media views, making it the biggest SummerSlam social.
For the people that hate Roman Reigns and don't get Roman Reigns, the answer's on your screen, right in your face.
Oh, he's the fucking go to this shit, my guy. And the two biggest moments of Roman Reigns, is you could arguably say the two biggest returns of Roman's career.
Yeah.
Is him at SummerSlam in 2019, taking out The Fiend and Strowman, and then last night.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
No, they're talking about the debut of the original Wyatt family in the same building.
Oh, wow. We've got a VHS of 11 years ago. I don't know. This
is amazing, bro.
Wow.
Live.
Catching fire in his mouth.
You're just default.
Yeah. I don't care.
I don't care.
You know what? Screw it. Just for this.
Oh, there you go.
But this is just, it just feels good. It feels nice.
Feels right.
Right.
Bray Wyatt on our screen, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just tuning in, they're giving us a package breaking down 11 years in the making, and they're making the Wyatt Six's debut feel special, feel important, and connecting it to the past.
Showing the comparables 100%, because we've been here even every time this man's, you know, hit Sister Abigail or anything like that. Or just be out there of, you know, we're here, blows out the lantern. You get goosebumps, you get the goose pimples, you get the, you know, the Dwayne, you feel that.
MDB, you crack me up sometimes, man. 100 million, my ass.
What?
No, it's just good.
And I like, though, too, that everybody was all skeptical. So cool. I still think that he's the sixth member.
Right? No, there's a sixth.
Yeah, it's called the Lantern. It's him.
What I love, dude, they just did like the "We're Here," but like Bray's voice echoes over Bo's. Like they played it at the same time. As right. Now we got the Creed brothers coming in.
Just run away. No one's going to be mad at you. No one's going to be, you know, saying that you're a wussy or anything. If you just run away.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though, is what I was trying to say of how initially everybody, including even probably myself a little bit, was worried it was going to just be completely spooky. All of that. As
him.
M and Crawford.
Howard. Crawford.
Yes.
I said Terrence Howard.
No, don't you bring up that fool's name.
I like that fool. He's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy. And I'll leave it at that.
I want to see all his lynchments come true.
But as we've got Steph bringing at SummerSlam, but people were always worried that the Wyatt Six was just going to be forever spooky, of just constantly the mask, all, you know, too supernatural. Now that we've taken off the mask and we've acknowledged that there's the wrestlers behind there and everything, and seeing them actually execute wrestling moves, I think it's really starting to find its own little footing, versus it being just like, I don't want to say it, but a tribute act of, like, it's finding its own narrative as well, outside of just being a continuation.
Oh, absolutely. Numbers will go, yeah, absolutely, Gerard. Welcome. Broken out in love. Okay.
Okie.
All right. Damian's got some splaining and some, he wants some
things to say.
He's got some things to say for sure. Roman Reigns is huge. He can't go to the ring, getting food dumped on his head. Yeah, that was shit.
But I like this. Oh, yeah. Now I think this is where he calls out Finn. Because let's not forget, though, too, that, you know, Priest was out there mushing Finn in his face and everything like that.
Yeah. Sheamus wins. Oh, take this beating like a man. Let's go.
I gotta find time to watch, because they just put it out on Peacock, I think, earlier today, of his one-man special that they did around SummerSlam.
Sorry,
this one-man special that Priest did around SummerSlam. I think they just put it out on Peacock. I was saying I needed to find time to try and watch it.
It's really good.
Judgment Day gave me a reason to fight, so now Priest out here cutting a promo.
Oh.
Is this really going to help Damian? Like, I think this is really going to work with Damian turning babyface. Like, he seems more believable now. Like, it's the dominoes fell into place correctly.
And he has a legitimate feel to it, right? Like, he did lose his belt, kayfabe and otherwise. Like, he is pissed, right? Like, this is like he's coming out with fire right now.
This is the best, I think, Priest, because he's got that, at least that cadence, that whatever he developed from being a world champ. And now on top of that, you're going back a little bit to that swagger he had as like the Archer of Infamy, Punishment Martinez, what have you. And he's got that little, like, he's got a good babyface momentum here, and he's got a valid story of why just fuck you energy.
And he's doing that thing. Like, he's just in, like, how dare you? Man, it's good.
Well, you did get that groundswell when he became champion that wanted him like to stay champion, got behind him, as we've got Finn on the screen. Looking like a fucking Schmiegel. You brought this all upon yourself. You filthy hobbit, Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm. Vince Russo's been crapping on the Wyatt's hardcore. Yeah, because he doesn't understand storytelling. He doesn't understand actual storytelling. Basically, someone's got to run out and, you know, pull their top up and shake their fun bags to fucking get Russo in behind a story. Like, it's got to be Jerry Springer style. He doesn't get anything.
I was going to say, just throw on an episode of Jerry Springer. That's Russo's booking. But so see, as Finn's even bringing up to where, you know, Priest cost, you know, Finn against Seth.
Interesting.
Do we get the demon because the little lunchbox, the little briefcase has been floating around in the Judgment Day, you know, clubhouse for a while?
Bad Blood would be an interesting place to do it.
That's the perfect place. Could you do Priest and Balor in a Hell in a Cell, and you have the demon?
I'd be surprised, but they could. I got no problem with it. And I mean, you could even bring the demon back in Germany.
Maybe.
But if they
I just worry at that point it might be like a lot on a lot on a lot, which I'm not. You're the one that's famous for being greedy, so yeah.
Alexa's gonna pop up somewhere sometime. We just don't know where and what capacity. Brock Anderson did get a picture done with Triple H. Brock Anderson, the oldest young man ever.
Right? Benjamin Button, Brock Anderson.
He looks the same age of his dad.
So see, we still have the new Judgment Day, and Finn Balor is the leader, and they're very much like, this is 100% Carlito throwing up the apple, street rat, riff raff. I don't.
We got to get Carlito some purple apples.
What is he, the fucking evil witch? Snow White? I got a cursed apple.
Damian going to find the Judgment Day. As if you guys aren't able to see what we can see. Priest cuts a promo, Finn cuts a promo, and then Finn introduces the new Judgment Day, including Liv Morgan.
But I like how even they have them all just kind of slide in, and I like Finn as the figurehead, the true leader, because I mean, he's infamous for another big faction that he led and everything. So this guy's really interesting.
We know he has it in him, Nick. We know we know that again. This is where people thought, you know, maybe the Judgment Day was just over. Nope, they revamped, and Rhea is out. Damian is out, and yeah, they are going to team up. I think at some point we will even get that mixed tag match. But we're going back to the water spit,
the spit take, the spit spot. I think you called it.
He's critiquing Michael Cole's spit. Oh no, his own. It was Pat. My bad.
No, you're fine. I was over playing hot shoe, so you're good.
Oh, Pat got beeped.
Well, and Pat, I always still find it interesting with Pat's comment. Oh, now he's reviewed it, but yeah, he's out there of like, I got to live out a childhood dream of doing the spit spot with Triple H. Like, let's all be honest. As grown men, women, adults, what have you, if we all got the chance to do that, we'd all do the same thing. We all grew up doing that shit in the kid shower and everything.
Oh yeah, Cole's got a thick stream though, my guy. Thick stream.
He's more, squirt gun instead of spit take.
Look,
what do you just?
Michael Cole literally just hawk two-eat on the first 3 rows.
Yeah, he hawk two-eat.
And he's scribbling out the bloodline in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't see this, we're getting a replay of the kickoff where we had Pat McAfee break down the spitting technique of each man.
Well, we've still got the teleprompters and everything, so that's interesting. That's fun.
Big
Bronson confronting Pierce. Sorry. That is not cool. James Webb. That was awful cool.
Yeah.
Michael Cole is the worst triple. Calm down. Finn is a much scarier leader, yes.
Yeah. Here comes Bird Lady. They feel more devious with Finn.
Yeah, well, think about it. He's part of the OG Judgment Day when it was Adam Copeland, him, and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
So he's triple OG Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm. And again, just like we've seen with the bloodline, you got it. Every once in a while, you need to shake it up a little, mix it up, introduce new people, take out old people. It works. And again, we saw it at the kickoff, Nick, at the press conference. Rhea and Damian did their stuff together. They really made sure you were like, oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, and well, is it interesting that, granted now, one's on one hand with the bloodline, young upstart, new, like young talent and everything like that. So just completely blissfully ignorant and everything. But you do it with the Judgment Day, and it still seems slightly similar of like, veteran that's pig-headed and, you screwed me from the beginning. So this is what it should have been with me and everything like that. And like you said, it seems more vicious and everything, much like the Bloodline 2.0 somehow still feels more like, oh, they're going to really hurt you versus like, you're probably going to get beat up. They're going to do some heel shit, but like, no, they might like really fuck you up.
Right. Yeah, no, yeah, it feels like they're they're the type to beat you up, but like then pick your pocket. Like they feel that like fucking troublemakers, like, and they don't like, they're the type that like you don't see them coming. They jump on your back, all 4 of them together. Like,
well, like the K. Trevor Wilson bit of, I got mugged by guys with a getaway car. I was waiting for the bus. I got mugged by people richer than me.
Yeah. That was one of the best Priest promos since he became champion, but it's
since he was in the company.
That was a great promo.
I think that's number 1 on the Priest promo list. That is number uno. As we're underway with Lyra Valkyria taking on Shayna Baszler, by the way.
Get your predictions in, folks. If you haven't already.
What the fuck is up with her hair?
Oh,
I know I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm taking Shayna, even though every time, and I'm sure you're going to take Lyra, but because she wins all the time. But goddamn, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm wondering if Chance and Carter. No, but we kind of saw that. Stepping on the elbow. See, that should be a finisher, not like an opening move.
No, because always stuff like that. Like it's even like with Pete Dunne of stomping on the hand or the joint manipulation, stuff like that. It's one of those that it looks so gruesome, even though it's not probably super dangerous, but it's one of those that just looks so gruesome.
Yeah. Bird Lady has a good entrance. Listen, they love Bird Lady internally. She's a great wrestler. Her entrance is good, and the crowd does react to it. Like they stole the whole, like, they got the woo going on, like the too sweet woo, not the.
I would like to like her. I just can't. I just can't fully get behind it. There's something that constantly is just a miss for me.
What is the issue with Feathers, man?
This depends on a lot of issues with the feathers. But yeah, no, it's always, it's kind of, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. If it's not her looking like JoJo Siwa, it's, you know, the fact that she's a little got of that super scene of she always wins when she probably shouldn't have won type of stuff. Yeah, right. And the feathers don't help either.
JD 4.0 is accurate. The feathers don't help. As Sonya and Zoe are at ringside, Shayna Baszler down right now. Yeah, I can't see Lyra winning this one.
Well, she just booted off easily, you know, Zoe like it's nothing. But fell the knee off the jump off and boots out Shayna. She's gonna win this. God damn it, she's gonna goddamn win this. Kata Jame. She's powering out of this too. Like I said, she's super caca.
She's strong, man.
Yeah, but she took out a whole faction in 3 moves.
For now.
Are you fucking Spider-Man?
It was a drop kick, yes.
No, it was a boot in a corner, spring out into a drop kick, and then turns around and gets out of the kata jame into a
girl's looking all right.
Small package driver there.
Yeah. No,
and it has a disqualification, so she still wins the fucking match. I told you, just it's I
don't know about the group of her and the EDM girls, but I think that's who's coming out to save her.
Has to be.
Damage control.
Oh yeah, because they've got issues because you've got Zoe.
I like this.
Yeah. Well, when did Damage Control go from heel to babyface?
Last week or the week before? Was it last week? Last week, because of this crew, right?
That's crazy that they were like just like the Uber heels, and then now these 3 women show up, and now they're babyface.
Yeah, they beat up the bad guys, so now everyone loves them. But yeah, I like this, man. Damage Control feels like they matter. The Shazanya, which we still need to name better, feels like they matter. And we go to the final.
But is it interesting that we have 6 women tag factions?
They're everywhere. They're just everywhere. Are we getting like a women's trios division?
Don't say it too loud. Don't say it too loud.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, we've got the Final Testament. Why doesn't Karrion Kross work, my guy?
Sorry?
I said, why doesn't Karrion Kross work, my guy?
It's an interesting catch. I think because when you get buried the way he did, and we've seen so many of these promos that don't go anywhere, you start to become like the boy who cried wolf, right? You're like the dude that cried, I'm gonna fight, and never fights. Like, I would have fucked that guy up, bro, but you never do. Why didn't you? What do you mean, bro? Get up. Like, and that's my fear with him, is that you've seen him like give these big dramatic promos and then lose. Another big dramatic promo, lose. His bookings kind of got a tailor to him being a badass.
Right. I forgot to switch back because they weren't airing the Wyatt thing anymore. But yeah, they really just need to pull the trigger at some point with this. I get the burial before was like a burial. I mean, even with Adam Cole, you know what they have to do to make Adam Cole cool? Ring the bell. Yeah. And just completely tore apart everything that Kross was. But they keep getting close and they keep building stuff, and then they just won't pull the trigger. There was a point where this guy we thought might have been going out Roman.
Yeah. Well, we got CM Punk.
Hey. But they still now won't ever pull the trigger, and now he's in a feud with the New Day.
Yeah, I think for me, it was really when he came out in the mask and the BDSM outfit and the leather tennis skirt and then did 2 jobs directly. I think that was really a tough one because that's how you introduced him to the main roster, was a loser.
But I still think that you could do this. Like, to me, I think if you really ever just actually pulled the trigger with him, people would go with it.
Yeah.
You just have to be fucking confident enough to, I guess, take that leap, what have you. I mean, think about it. The guy's got a whole fucking faction, and he's having a fight with 2 guys and losing.
Well, that's like tonight. I guess they're planning to, the authors of pain are going to take out the New Day.
Right.
So again, hopefully, yeah, they crush the New Day. It helps push them into something else relevant. That's the other part of this. What relevant battle has Karrion Kross had? Like if you give him a Sheamus or an Ilya or
he had Lashley.
Yeah, but Lashley's boring as shit too.
They
That's the problem.
fucked up that whole the Final Testament versus the Pride, which should have just been the Hurt Business. They fucked everybody with that.
All of it. All of it.
You fucked up everything. Everything.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. It was really crazy. Baszler plus Sonya plus Zoe, the Honey Badger Sisters of Pain. Well, we got the authors of pain, so
no, I kind of Shazonia's halfway growing on me. I think because we've just used it enough.
Sisters till death. I was with
you.
No. JD will be jobbing out in 2 months. The faction or somebody said earlier, I didn't catch it or I didn't keep it, but JD McDonough, but I can't believe he's still in the group. He's 1/2 the tag champ. Like,
yeah.
What would you do with him?
I think for the longest time, I paired him and Finn up.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not. So I think that works perfectly as a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be, mentor and apprentice type level.
Yeah, kind of. But now, and you run that as partners as well. So are we sure Damage Control aren't babyface? Yeah, no, they're babyface. They're beating up a pure heel team, and the crowd's going wild. And it started last week. Remember, we hadn't seen Damage Control for a hot minute. And then they kind of all brought them back together and everyone went nuts. So, yeah, it just like that. Quick babyface turn.
Well, and then also you have Asuka out as well. And I think Asuka is a bit of a difference maker a bit with that. Because I think if Asuka's not there, then Asuka's involved in even potentially Bailey's title feud and everything with that.
I don't
Well, no, they're on Raw. Damn it. Sorry.
It's getting confusing.
Are you wrong? Yeah.
Triple H loves factions. I mean, again, look at all the factions he was in. He sees the value in factions and how you can work people through factions.
Yeah, Christ. I think he's a damn near 3-time Hall of Famer. 2 of them are because of factions.
Yeah. Michael Cole said Dakota versus Sonya tonight. Yes.
Yeah, well, there was somebody that was saying that it had gotten the match changed. I couldn't confirm it ever, but yeah, so that seems to be still a match on. Game on.
As we come back from commercial break, folks, and we're getting another recap. Again, almost 58,000 people.
But hey, they didn't live up to the first hour commercial free because we got a commercial. And we didn't even realize it within the first hour, because we're coming back out at 8:59.
Right.
Yeah, sons of bitches.
Who turns, Kofi or Woods? Woods.
Yeah. Fuck.
That makes the most sense. Woods is the most annoying.
Well, Woods has still got tread on tires. With all due respect to Kofi, you need something to spark what he's got going on.
Hey,
there's Ivy.
Oh, Ivy's trying to explain to Maxine.
And Otis.
Oh, the acting is wonderful here, folks. I can't even act like.
Fuck God.
We are back from break, folks.
Bro, they've all got even the matching like blue and black gear. They're just literally doing the Diamond Mind on Raw. Somewhere Roddy is just throwing a fucking fit.
You can keep the name.
What's their name?
Alpha Academy. So Ivy's uncertain. Huge CM Punk chants in the building.
As we've gotten CM Punk right now, like Mussolini and Kennedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk.
Philip Seymour Brooks.
So are you surprised we're gonna play like Ivy doesn't know what team to be on?
I don't. Yes and no. Like I won't lie that part's like.
Who cares?
I'm not super. Yeah, I don't care. I wanted to say it nicely, but thank you for saying I don't care. I'm more am excited to see Gable with the Creed brothers and see that faction. I think it would be a good benefit to have Ivy Nile in there because she needs it. She's actually good. She just never gets any fucking time. So I think it would benefit her, and I think it would be interesting of having that pairing of her versus say Nikki Cross. I think that'd be an interesting back and forth. I don't just what the fuck with Alpha Academy? Like just piss off. Go to main event. I don't know. Figure some shit out.
I don't mind the Alpha Academy as a whole. Like I don't mind. Like I thought Otis was really getting over, and I really think they kind of pulled away from. Oh look, there you go. Some love for Samantha.
Yeah.
I love
Punk's got a microphone.
He loves his beard. I don't think he means the one on his face.
Ooh.
WWE stopped doing live events. No.
Wait, what? Oh, any payoff with Drew and Jungle Jack? Hey, no, that's just one of those of it's a picture just to, get shit stirred up.
Genius. It's clobbering time.
Why is he so happy? Interesting. So Punk's shouting out his teammate. I guess Punk still thinks he's a UFC fighter. Someone let Dana White know. All due respect, but 100%. But Punk probably was, and never will be an actual UFC fighter.
Yeah. I haven't been to Baltimore in over 10 years.
Sounds like you weren't allowed to visit.
I feel like I've heard that people generally avoid Baltimore but anyway.
They just watch The Wire and think it's all bad.
Love that show. Shit. Big Punk chants. Like echoing Punk chants.
Yeah. Like kids with headphones on to not blow out their eardrums, CM Punk chants.
Like,
ergo, Punk, you said a big word. Most people don't know what that means.
CM skunk.
Oh, that's what I smoke.
I want to see 150 in this chat, people. I want to see more than that, but let's go for 150. We got 130 people listening. If 20 of you go get a friend, we would be at 150. Let's get this to 150 while Punk's on the screen.
Christ, and we're just one like away from being at 100 likes on the stream. So just the same, be a friend, tell a friend.
Mm-hmm. And we should have 128 likes on the stream. So figure it out, people.
Trust me, we ain't some of those streams that's just going to cater to you. You got to pull your weight too.
Yeah, come on now. We're doing our part. You go do yours.
It's a family obligation here. It's a family. .6'5", 265.
He's giving Drew his flowers.
Yeah, because he's about to face Seth in a match, and Drew's gonna have to just piss off for a minute.
So is Seth gonna come out pissed off that he got GTS?
No, he's gonna turn around and call out of the one person who screwed me in that match, Seth Rollins, because I'm back.
Yeah, Mom.
Maybe Seth comes out and is one of those of you went at me when I was trying to help you type things. But I think that we do get that's the setup of we get the payoff of this match that we thought we were going to get at WrestleMania 40.
This is a great promo. Where would Punk be without the fans? Where would Punk be if he stayed down?
My summer hate didn't start the way I predicted, but it's one of those of He really got to get a monkey off of his back a little bit, though, of he's back in WWE. He actually had a regular match on a pay-per-view. Didn't get hurt after it. All that.
Oh.
He wants round 2.
And he didn't.
He said he was going to put me in the ground, and I'm still standing.
Yeah, this is Seth.
Burn it down.
Burn it down, yeah. The minute
son of a fucking bitch.
This fucking guy. Every time.
God. Oh.
But again, the minute he dug into Drew, I want Drew, round 2. Seth's going to go,
Yeah, but when did WWE sign Hangman? Because that's who I got coming out right now. Oh, gonna take my hoe to the old town road. Gonna ride till I can't no more.
Right. Is Punk wearing a toupee? I do not think so.
No. Why would you think that?
I don't know. Here comes the storm. Punk screwed Punk. He should have taken the bracelet and exited. Should have forgot the bracelet and kept his eye on the prize.
Well, it's like you said, though. He did the same thing Drew did that set up at WrestleMania. You got too caught up in the personal vendetta here to take your eyes off the fucking prize.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes to being a feather in the cap of the villain who got into his head. It's proof that Drew did what Drew said he was going to do, is play, the mind game. The mind game worked. The mind game won. Right. And I think we're just going to get a fight, dude. I think this is crazy. I think we're just
blouses,
No talking. Just get in the ring. Seth's not.
He just whoops CM Punk's ass to. Oh, he's got a microphone. Where were you heading that, Magic Mike?
You're in a good mood. I thought no words, just Rollins run in and on site. Let's go.
It's been 10 long years. Well, that's the thing, is this is still unaddressed. Punk's been out injured, and so is Seth.
Yeah.
So this issue's been unaddressed since Survivor Series.
Oh, you want to let me in the ring, or you want to get your ass kicked out here?
That's like a cowboy today.
They really look. We're going, folks. We're
gonna go. Oh! He faints. Punk faints.
Oh, Drew McIntyre. Renaissance Rollins. Drew's in the crowd.
But this is so good. Stone Cold Steve Drew McIntyre.
Stone Cold Steve Drew.
You'll have none of that, right?
Wait. I wanted that guy to put his arm. Never mind. I thought he had a really weird tattoo.
I don't know what you wanted, and I don't want to ask.
I think. CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins buried alive match. Book it. Drew in the crowd. Yes, U.S. military. The algorithm doesn't like it. So, and there's no reason to bring it up. But thank you for putting the space.
Okay.
The Drew room this. I want him gone. I'm with you, Anthony. I wanted the fight.
No, but this is, like I said, what were you going to do with Drew? So now he's just playing the background instigator. He's just playing the Baron Zemo character. He's turning Captain America and Iron Man against each other and saying, "Go ahead, fight. You two take each other out, and I'll just pick the fucking remains of both your fucking carcasses." Punk, wait a minute. And jumps the guardrail.
And Drew running away.
But this is interesting. So again, Punk's focus has been on Drew. As Bronson Reed jumps Seth. What the fuck?
Big Bronson Reed.
I'm going to make a goddamn impact. Seth jumps him. Clawing at the eyes. Super good. Big boot.
How do you feel about this, Anthony?
Oh, Samoa drop.
Bronson Reed getting love.
Senton. Or backdrop after backdrop onto Seth Rollins. Hit the bonsai or hit the tsunami. Sorry.
Butterbean Reed. Somebody said, did you see the Gunther Rollins? I'm sorry. Are you kidding me?
Oh, tsunami. Oh, he's going back up for a second one.
Bronson Reed getting main event love.
That's so interesting. So you're holding off on Seth versus Punk because you're going to get Seth Bronson and you're going to run it back with Drew Punk.
Yes.
That's interesting as shit because that's not where I thought that we're going to go at all.
Drew was
no one had Bronson Reed on your goddamn bingo cards. And if you did, you're a goddamn liar.
Nobody. Haystacks Reed, Butterbean. I love this. I love it. Again. So, I can't believe it was Bronson Reed. Well, you can't push someone up the card unless you push them up the card.
Right. Bam, bam, Bronson Reed out here.
And Bronson's a badass, man. He's had such
and he's going back at it. Like I said, that's his new name to me is Bam Bam Bronson Reed because this man is out here just 100% Bam Bam Big O. He's going to hit a third one. Tsunami! I'm going to take care of this man. I will break every rib that he has, sit there and throw them on my smoker on my Traeger grill, and then proceed to sit there and smoke them for 8 hours and then go and eat them like a nice barbecue dinner.
Kurt Angle's son is upset. Jordan is not happy.
As we got he's just destroyed him again. This is Attitude Era vibe shit of just literally, I'm going to fucking destroy this guy. Fuck
he's
you.
He's going up again and blood from somewhere.
This 100% of just fuck you. You won't pay attention to me. I'm going to destroy everything.
Move him. You bunch of
pick him up and carry the body away. That's what 5 tsunamis.
They're killing him.
He's going back up. Someone stop this large man.
Someone taser. What do you mean? This is
Bronson Reed, though. You made yourself a star in a moment, my guy. Chef's kiss to this.
You cowards. The man is literally standing on the top. Again. Where is the blood coming from?
Probably his fucking mouth. He's probably got a goddamn broken rib, what have you.
Michael Cole is losing his noodles. The fans are going crazy. And I know some people out there might not have seen much from Bronson yet, but holy shit, statement made.
Again, you made yourself a star. That was the Jonah that was on New Japan and everything like that. This is Bronson Reed that we know he could have been of just you made yourself a star in one moment because you just destroyed him. And literally you heard the crowd pop every time he started to go back up. You had Jason Jordan, you had little Petey Pump out there. You had all these ex-pro wrestlers and couldn't stop this man where the fuck from just falling off the top rope. You couldn't figure out to just, if we just move him out of the way, maybe he'll stop splashing him.
I'm still pretty bored. He's coming back.
He's going back. He will not die. It will not end.
Look at Jordan. Like, get down. Get down. Grab his leg.
They're literally throwing racks on top of him and just what are they just throwing paper towels and shit on top of him?
I'm pretty sure the crowd right now is booing the fact that he's not getting hit with number 7. What has happened to you? But Nick, this is how it used to be done when you take a mid-card guy and you give him a moment. We all does anyone remember when Mankind first showed up? We had no idea who this guy was. Next thing, he's choking out the Undertaker. They didn't wait. They just made a statement. And that's what you need to do when you're pulling people up the roster. I think this is brilliant. I didn't see it coming.
Not at all. And again, to have this super killer instinct, not of, he shows them up. And I thought halfway for a second of, okay, Seth turns around, hits a super kick, hits a big boot, gets a stomp, and it's all out of there. They're cheering as the man's just help me, help me.
The fans are trying to sing Seth back to health, folks. As we go back to the replay of Roman returning, if you were just tuning in, Bronson Reed annihilated Seth Rollins. Punk chased Drew. What the hell?
Yeah, but that's the thing, is I thought this was going to be Bronson comes out, has a halfway bit of a moment, and then Seth turns around and gets, his heat back and everything, gets the momentum back and gets a one-up on Bronson. But then when he just destroyed him and then kept destroying him and then did it again and again and again, and the crowd's popping the more times he does it and everything, and he just keeps they walk him away. And oh my God, he's going to do it again. Like, that's how you make an impact with somebody. You instantly establish a guy like that.
100%.
As like a fucking Vader, a Bam Bam Bigelow. He's like the goddamn mastodon right now. Literally, he's a fucking force to be reckoned with.
100%. 100%. None of these guys thought to drag, like, move on. They figured it out after 6, guys. They were like, wait a minute, just don't be here when he lands.
Right.
He's already dead. One more. 8 is enough. Nice reference, Ronan.
Stop, he's already dead.
Took the energy. Woo. Somebody show Tony Khan this segment. This is how you make a star. It's like when Jacob debuted. Jacob just walked in and murdered everybody. And you
exactly
notice.
Sometimes you just need to show up and mark a motherfucker. Unfortunately, we have the ability to do this every day. So
Break 2. Bronson Reed isn't Mankind. Yeah, but either was Mankind when Mankind was Mankind. Think about it. You're looking at it through 2020 hindsight, right? Like, oh, well, Hall of Famer Mick Foley. Back then, he barely got a job. JR had to beg for him to get a job. Vince didn't like him. So, again, you all got to start somewhere. And has he been a bit on the boring side? Yeah, sure. He doesn't do much exciting, but what a great wrestler. And, again, he just made a statement. That was not boring.
No, not at all. And you have him out there as just this big boss. Like he was out there before with the big shades, the suits, the chains and everything like that. And he's out there just a goddamn menace of like how he's the goddamn kingpin of like, how you going to fuck with a guy that size?
Right.
That just decimated Seth Rollins.
What are you going to do? How are you going to stop him?
Right.
Damn, that was effing overkill. Yes, it should be. I like it.
How you make an impact.
Somebody said this feels like the Raw after Mania, and I said that earlier, but I agree still. Like, we're getting twists and turns and ups and downs.
Oh, 100%. And nothing has felt lacking. Like, granted, we're at this point safely out of, I shouldn't say it that way, but we're clearly out of the first hour of what was going to be commercial free, which is normally when you think that they're going to like push everything. But they haven't missed a beat. Like there hasn't been a moment that hasn't, been on to the next one that's had this connective tissue. It's constantly snowballed so far.
Yeah. How about 150 to 200 viewers by the time this stream is done? That would be lovely, Braden. We are at 131. We would like to keep climbing, keep going.
Absolutely. 100%. Let's see if we can get that, or we can get 5.5K subscribers. Let's just keep this thing blowing up.
Keep it
we'll
going.
Just make sure you keep coming back over and over again, like Bronson Reed, just tsunami off the top, just over and over and over.
Tony Khan has some of the greatest storytellers and veterans, yet he still sucks. Listen, again, I don't like beating up on the company. We watch it, we support it. We're trying to bear with it, but again, not everything in the company sucks, but TK is probably the biggest problem with the company.
Could that be why he's looking at a McMahon?
Maybe. Help me, McMahon. You're our only hope.
Help me, McMahon. You're my only hope. He just wants Shane to put on like the honey buns.
The replay of Big Bronson coming down. Yeah, see, there was the blood under Bronson's armpit. I was like, where was it coming from? I hadn't seen the spit.
Oh, I didn't know it was from there. The most I maybe thought was maybe Seth was doing the like internal bleeding type thing.
Oh, wait, we got
I like the little sign in the background. Mondays hit harder in Baltimore, but
I like that, right?
I'm a sucker for a neon sign, like a moth.
Wrestling hits harder with the Wrestling for Life Network.
Facts.
Oh, wait.
And how we've got Punk. The shit doesn't end.
I was like, shit, is it Bronson? Is he tsunamiing him in the back? What is happening?
Right, just tsunami, just off the ambulance.
Pierce saying that Drew is, 100%, Nick. Drew's gone. Pierce got him out of the building.
But interesting statement here from B Hockey saying using the world's largest jobber for a spot like that certainly isn't a choice. And I'm going to make the choice before I say something I shouldn't have. I'm going to take a pause.
Yeah, this is the interesting thing with wrestling fans is the fact that Bronson got in there. Bronson was outstanding in NXT. Brought him up. People were mad that he wasn't being utilized much. Triple H takes over. As we know, Triple H is a fan of Bronson Reed. And again, he hasn't done a whole lot of jobs outside of Sami Zayn, but I think he beat Sami twice. Again, you have to move people up and down the roster. You have to give other things an opportunity to grow. And I have no issue with Bronson Reed coming out and making a statement. That's how you grow somebody in the company. That's how you give somebody a push. And of course, typical wrestling fans, they don't like change, but then they get very bored with the usual. So they don't like repetition. They don't like change. So what do? How do we accomplish everything the IWC wants? We want something, then we don't want it. Somebody should be booked better. We book them better, but they're a jobber. How do we win? What do we do? That segment was outstanding. The misdirection, nobody saw it coming. And Bronson Reed taking a big step as I got the New Day dressed as Ninja Turtles taking on AOP. Get your predictions in, folks. Yeah, no, you can't please them. You can't win. All right. Oh, wrestling's boring and repetitive. And all right, surprise. Oh, I didn't like that surprise. I think it was perfect. I got no problem with it. Said I want to talk to him with choking motion. Staler than Bootios. They are definitely stale. See? Last New Day, more Bronson Reed. Let's get more, please. Hit that 150. We're at 128. Let's go. We're flirting. I want that 150. New Day dressed as Ninja Turtles. Yeah, kind of hard to take them serious. As I'm hoping they get pancaked relatively easy. Got AOP, the New Day. No, I got AOP. Maybe they talk. It would be so weird. Anyone out there think it wouldn't be weird if Woods joins the New Day or joins the Final Testament? Would anybody out there be like, oh, cool? Good Raw. Raw's been cooking, folks. Trust me. I got a little pad here, and I mark off little moments timing-wise. And this show in particular has got a lot of marks as far as spots on the show that stand out or that are pop spots. Again, I cannot. This feels like a Raw after Mania. A lot of things happening. I thought Drew and Seth were going to fight. Sorry, I thought Punk and Seth were going to fight. They even got me twisted. And it turns out that Drew's there. Then Punk chases Drew. And out of nowhere, not to mention the other things that are going on, not to mention the things that are yet to come, Raw has been outstanding. I agree with this man. The man's a certified genius, folks. How can you argue with him? You can't do it. He's just too good. He's right. Break number 3. Picture-in-picture counts as a commercial break. I don't even have picture-in-picture. I have break. We're on a commercial break, Curtis. AOP are jobbers. Define jobbers. There's a lot of people throw around the word jobber, and I know Dustin Rhodes doesn't like it, but tough break, Dustin. Again, are they jobbers? Nah. Are they ineffective in what they've been doing? Yeah, for sure. But again, just like Bronson's probably got more wins than losses if we check the record book. AOP might be in a jobber category in a sense that they haven't won a whole lot, haven't done a whole lot. But I mean, there's a difference between being boring, unused, and being a jobber. Jobber's going out to do the job. AOP's been hot and cold, so we don't know. You can't class them as that. AOP for the win. AOP for the win. Does New Day need Big E or a gimmick change? Big E would help, but I don't want Big E to come back and go into the New Day. I'll be 100% honest with everybody. Big E returning and joining the New Day, I don't love it. I'd rather Big E return and stay away from the New Day. I think the New Day has run its course. It's been like 14 years of the New Day. It's a lot. They've accomplished a lot. One of the best tag teams in WWE history. Not number one in my books, but WWE said they were number one. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that it's time. I mean, you can't. The New Day Rock stuff has died for me. Like, we don't care. You're not. You know, it's silliness. They're dressed as Ninja Turtles. Again, Adam Pearce approval ratings as GM of Raw has dropped dramatically. He didn't do something about Braun Breaker in May, and now he didn't do it. Yeah, you give him hell, Christian. You write a letter to his manager. The jobber that take a loss to make his opponent look good and are only there to take losses. That's a very good definition, Marvin. And I don't think AOP falls into that category. There are jobbers on the roster, and the AOP just haven't done enough. They're not even in that category of guys that put other guys over, right? They haven't done it. We haven't seen them. So it's almost, again, use the words wisely. AOP for the win. I hope so. Even if the Usos broke up. So the New Day got to break up eventually. Again, it's just like, how long can you do the same thing? Maybe like take a vacation, come back later, but I don't know how long you can do it. I think we might be seeing the end of the New Day. I'm kind of with you, AJ. I really am. I really am. As we come back to commercial break, the authors of Pain are in control. I'm going to give Bronson a chance in this feud with Seth, a real chance. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't have choice. As a fan base, if you're going to watch the shows, you're going to have to watch. But Bronson and Seth should be good. If it's not, I'll be the first one here going, this isn't working. But making him look like an absolute animal tonight was perfect. He looked like just enraged, ready to just dismantle. And he went after a big name. I think it's a good move. A little bit. TMT Rock. TMNT Rock. All right. Big boo from Woods. Biggie should stick with the commentating. His neck is too risky. I'd leave that to odds. I'd leave that to Big E. Let Big E figure it out. If Big E gets to the point in his recovery where he can feel he can do what he needs to do, then let him back. Let him do what he needs to do. But let him assess that. We as fans have no idea. And I don't think he'll do it and risk being paralyzed at any point. What gimmick match do you like better, Blood and Guts or War Games? KJ Nick is people are complaining about the comparison. You can compare it all you want. It's just done differently. I've enjoyed War Games more than I've enjoyed Blood and Guts. This year's Blood and Guts was awful. I don't care. And Kofi goes down hard. He hit hard. Karrion Kross tripping up Woods. So there's your answer. The goofy referee didn't see it, says Michael Cole. Hilarious. Hey, ref, I'd shoot my CNI dog if I were you. Yo, Odyssey Jones! Odyssey Jones is here to beat up Karrion Kross. Is Odyssey Jones the new Big E? Odyssey Jones! What is happening on the show tonight? Odyssey freaking Jones. They are jobbers now. And Woods gets the roll up. Razor are attacking Woods. Outcome and Razor. Odyssey in the ring. What is happening? He's alive. Odyssey Jones is dismantling AOP as he, holy shit, a double sidewalk slam on two giant men. Men. Big E looking. And the final testament gets annihilated. Okay, they can retire now. Wait. Okay, this is weird. Woods seems apprehensive. Xavier's pumped, but Woods is like, who's that guy? Who is that guy? A gargantuan man, says Michael Cole. As now we are going to JD McDonough. But ladies and gentlemen, Odyssey Jones is here. Holy shit. Who had that on their bingo card? Now we got JD McDonough talking about what happened at SummerSlam, mocking Damian Priest, folks. And oh my God, shit don't stop at all tonight. Am I the only one that got the match result right? You might be, man. I was like, there's no way Final Testament lose this. I did not have Odyssey Jones in the mix to make my decision. I feel like I should get a mulligan on that one. Throw them out. They just got annihilated by one dude. You have nothing. Yo, I like what they're doing with Judgment Day. JD cuts a solid promo. Finn earlier was solid. Like this, what they're doing in the new incarnation of Judgment Day is outstanding. A-Town down! And the action continues. Michael Cole says, I'll explain in a moment. Who is this guy? Reform the Nation, New Day, Odyssey, Omos, Mark Henry, the mouthpiece, and maybe Mark Henry's son. I wonder if we'll hear from Rhea tonight. No Rhea is very interesting. I'm happy that Odyssey Jones is on my TV. Reminds me of Mark Henry. Listen, Odyssey was good. He runner-up for the breakout tournament, loses to Carmelo Hayes. And then, got drafted and vanished. But we got him back. 2 years in the making. As we go to another commercial break, folks, I will remind everybody out there, we are back tomorrow. NXT Great American Bash, Tuesday night, night 2. Joe Hendry in action against Joe Coffey. Ethan Page going to take on Oro Mensah and so much more. It's going to be a fun one. I think we get the Rascal or MSK taking on Not Man and Robin for the titles. Lots going on tomorrow. Dynamite, crazy Dynamite. Danielson's going to take on Jarrett. MJF will be there. A whole bunch of other people are going to show up. See what TK has for Dynamite on Wednesday. Thursday, Dirt Sheet Debate comes back where we're going to talk about all this stuff. Friday, SmackDown, Rampage. Who knows what's on the weekend? And we are jam-packed. We are heading the end of August. Early September is insane. All in, all out, Emergence. What else is in there? No Mercy, Berlin. Like, we got so much to cover, folks. So be a friend, tell a friend. We are still in that 130 range. Let's see if we can get it to 150. Let's go. I want to get over that 150 tonight. Octavius Jones. Why are we excited about Odyssey? Not exactly excited about Odyssey, Chair, but excited that he's like alive. Like we it's almost like we just saw, the Loch Ness monster. Like you do exist. Like, holy shit. But again, kind of just like Bronson Reed is like, all right, Odyssey just showed up, gave us a big moment, and fans were like, well, why would they do that? Because they have him under contract. They like him. Now they're going to use him. So you got to give him the opportunity to be used. I think he's ultimately going to be the end. Like, it looks like Woods isn't too sure about Odyssey Jones. But like Bronson, you got to give him opportunities. Odyssey, either release him or give him opportunities. It looks like Papa Paul is trying to give him opportunities. And my God, I actually would argue that the Raw after SummerSlam has been better than the Raw after Mania. You shut up about that. It's holding. Michael Cole said he was going to explain. The one thing they've done with the flimsy draft, anytime it does kind of wear down, they've explained it. That's the difference between this regime and the old regime, is this regime explains stuff. right? Okay, Randy Orton only showed up because Gunther owes him a title match or owes him a rematch from King of the Ring. Okay, I get that. I'm fine. So again, is the draft completely out the window? No. Do they bend the rules? Yes. Is there kayfabe? Get over it.
Speaking of bending the rules, hi. I don't know whether to
Speaking of
come
bending the
back
rules.
on with that, but no, we got Odyssey Jones. He's alive. The Doc's stuck in 1985, but he's alive.
And he just decimated the Final Testament.
He fucking should. I said it in the chat of you give me Bronson Reed versus Odyssey Jones and just reinforce the ring. Yeah, but that's the thing. Is think about it. That's about to be your IC division because think about it. Now you've got Breaker, you know, the one that's just decimating. Literally, what we've said of should have, you know, Brock Lesnar type, you know, combine footage of you know, how fast he hits the ropes and everything. The man shakes the ring when he does it. So you've got to have some giants, some colossuses that he's got to strike down. You've got to put him. You've got to put, you know, Godzilla against some other kaiju. You know, to have him actually seem, you know, as badass as he is. So you have him take out Bronson Reed, which I still love Bronson Reed going after Seth Rollins. Like, that's a huge job. And Odyssey Jones at least being involved. It's not, we're popping for Odyssey Jones. I mean, we kind of are. But it's
we're
like,
more popping, like
you're using him. You're finally fucking using him after 2 years.
And he showed up and decimated. Like, he picked up Razor and Akam at the same time. Akam, Achy Breaky Heart, whatever.
Yakko and Warner.
Whack'em, never mind. But no, I mean, that's, to me, holy shit. Again, every segment tonight's like, whoa, I can't believe that happened. Whoa, I can't believe that happened. Whoa.
Right. Well, and you said you compared it to WrestleMania last year, as I'm literally getting the replay of this. And yeah, John C. reminded me of I take one break, and that's when Odyssey Jones shows up after 2 years. It's the same thing like when we were watching Bloodsport and I take a pause, and then MVP shows up like the second I take a break. But yeah, no, you compared this, you know, Raw after SummerSlam to the Raw after Mania, and if you're not right, you've at least got a strong fucking case.
Now, this is interesting. Xavier Woods doesn't look thrilled about this.
They got a new
Big E.
Yes, you're replacing Big E. You got Big O instead of Big E. We're just moving down the alphabet.
Right? Big O? Can we call him the Big O?
I think he's the Big O.
Vancouver looks beautiful. I got to get back to Canada. Vancouver's gorgeous. One of the nicest places I've been. I like that whole ridge up into like Vancouver into Seattle is unbelievable.
Here's the crossover no one wanted of the Alpha Academy and the New Day.
Yeah, we put all this
the up down division. That's what this is. This is the up down division. Well, Otis still with a free Otis shirt. Like, my guy, you're fucking free. Like, you're beyond free at this point. Change your shirt.
As okay. Oh, okay. So they made an exception because Awesome Truth, they were mad at Awesome Truth. Okay. So again, Nick, what I find funny about wrestling fans is it's almost like they're sitting there and can't wait for somebody to fuck up. Like, I wish a motherfucker would. Like, they're like, oh, the draft's over. The draft, oh, they ruined the draft. I knew they were gonna ruin the draft. They always ruin everything. Are you not actual fans? Like, are you all not like?
Yeah,
okay,
but no, that's the thing is, it's the same thing as. By the way, Jelly Roll hit probably the worst elbow drop, but also, or at least the worst chair shot, but the best in one-armed clothesline out of anybody. He was up there with Taker and Kane of hitting a one-armed choke slam. But it's a lot of fandoms seem to have this of like, it's the gatekeeping of you want to always feel like you're smarter than the next person.
Yeah.
What the Miz is rapping part of this now. He's become Road Dogg so much that we never noticed it.
What I love it, their stupid Awesome Truth remix. Listen, there is no song on the charts that's had the longevity as What's Up.
What's up? Bags.
Nick, you know they don't have Tozawa merch.
That's fine, but Otis doesn't need to, be wearing a free Otis shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Even Odyssey Jones could find some New Day merch because there ain't no Odyssey Jones merch. No one remembered he was there.
Right.
But we are ding ding underway. So folks, let us know who you're taking, whether you're taking the Awesome Truth or A-Town Down Under.
Mm-hmm. Try DM. We're doing a public thing here. Talk. Anyway. Your ass better call somebody. That's what you said.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, arm drag from R-Truth.
Oh, this one's for you because
there was a tornado in Buffalo on the west side today.
It's okay. It went wide right and missed the whole town. We're good. We're safe.
You just set that up for me. You just were like, here's a joke that I'll take at you.
Right.
No, that's funny though. Still, but I'm glad at least it's Buffalo, and like KJ said, it probably did go wide right. That's why it was on, the west side of town. So at least everybody hopefully was okay out of it. In West Buffalo, born and raised on a tornado.
I went through Buffalo and caused $14 in damage. Anyway,
if I could jump through this screen, my God.
I mean, we're neighbors. It's like there's a little rivalry there with Buff.
Yeah, fair, sure.
Break number 5.
What's the Toronto NFL team? Oh, that's right.
We almost had yours. You're like, can we have it? They're like,
you're Argonauts and you stay that way. How them Blue Jays?
I want to buy the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bring it to Toronto. Awesome Truth for the win. People are thinking that Awesome Truth are going to break up tonight. No, Awesome Truth. A-Town Down.
Really?
Yeah.
Perhaps. It's been waiting in the wings, and still with this, like literally there has not been a moment that there hasn't been some shit that pops off. Like you can't take a pause really here without some shit popping off.
No, I mean, it's been crazy. It's insane. And like when you were on your pause, JD McDonough got like a little pre-tape promo, and it was solid. You're kind of giving JD some love. I'm no care. Like, what the fuck do you do with the Final Testament now, guys? Are they not done?
Weren't they done before? Like, that's the thing is that we were talking about that though. How do you make Karrion Kross relevant outside of isn't Scarlett nice? And like he's down to a feud with the New Day. Like, it's all due respect, it's the New Day, and they've already kind of gotten to the point to where they've gone on so long. You almost just kind of are looking for a breakup just because it might be something new.
Does Odyssey Jones help in any way, shape, or form with that? No.
Do they ever actually break up, or does it literally just get this awkward tension and then it just becomes that's the three of them because maybe Big E can't go?
Right? He's just kind of like, oh, I like you now. Okay, I'm over it.
Right? I didn't trust you initially, but now I do. Don't come for Buffalo. Yeah, Boston, you stay on your side of the tracks. Tony Hayes, if R-Truth goes to AEW, he should be the complete opposite of a WWE character. Heel, super smart businessman, perhaps. So Tony Stark. He just goes to AEW and becomes, Tony Stark.
Yeah, right. Yeah, not quite. I can dream.
Woods is teasing a heel turn, but I think he's more just teasing indifference.
Well, let's say they're teasing a heel turn. He's not happy with the new, like, you brought in Odyssey, you didn't tell me. But at the end of the day, I mean, I really struggle with the idea that, like, could Woods in the Final Testament doesn't seem to fit.
No, that's a square peg into a round hole. And even then, at this point, like you said, what do you do with the Final Testament? They literally just got J.O.B. to a guy who hasn't been on TV in 2 years. So that's, like you kind of said, so we're done with them, right? Like that's it. We're done here.
Yeah.
So now do you just have Xavier turn heel with no faction behind him? Like we just get this tension there. It's all just a kerfuffle. It's all a mangled mess at this point.
Yeah, which I mean, again, if you're kind of at the beginning of this part of the story of whatever this messy story is,
right?
We'll see. I mean, right now, I don't have a great deal of opinion. I am kind of indifferent, as you expressed.
Right.
I popped because Odyssey Jones is alive. That was the biggest reason. But we'll see.
That's a return. Damian asked if there was going to be a big return or anything like that. Well, Odyssey Jones is a big man, and he returned. So there, I classify that as a big return.
And what good shows do is find a way to make other things that they already have feel new. And I think they did that with Bronson Reed to an extent tonight.
Well, and like you said, they made the shit make sense. It's same thing even with Rainey showing up from SmackDown out here to start off the show challenging Gunther. It made sense because they have their tension, their rematch from King and Queen of the Ring. Is Miz right now in control just on the outside on Austin Theory.
Yeah, green t-shirt guy loving it. As Miz goes up, and Miz doesn't fly very often.
Miz is such like a staple, like a glue guy of WWE. You need somebody to host, a pay-per-view that, can still kind of get over and still kind of do a thing, but doesn't take away too much. The Miz. You need a guy who's going to, do a job, but can still, help get people over and everything because he's got a bit of a name and everything like that. The Miz. Yeah. A guy who's, hey, your IC belts, kind of falling through here. A guy who can put the belt on real quick that might heat it up, kind of fast. The Miz. He's, I don't want to always use the phrase jack of all trades, master of none.
Mm-hmm. But old reliable. He's the old fucking Oldsmobile. It's always good to go.
He's the litmus test. He's how people used to say like X-Pac was the litmus test of like if you could go WWE way. That's the Miz now.
Right. Could you see Matt Cardona flanked by A-Town Down Under? I could see it. Will we get it? No, I don't know that we would.
Attitude adjustment from Truth. But Austin Theory's the legal man.
Is. He called his finishing move after the tag team name.
That's lame.
That's lame.
It's lame and it's a lame ass finisher. As they pick up the win.
Is Miz going to turn on on Truth? Are we going to have like one final rivalry?
I mean, maybe he's got to beside himself out here. I'm out here just watching this little kid because I'm used to like Fox to where those little kids will like flip the bird and everything. And then we get a blackout on the screen. So I'm like, don't you flip the bird.
Yeah, stop it.
Right. Act like you've been there before. Oh,
Miz about to turn.
Yeah. Well, they were dapping it up when we cut the Priest.
Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. My bad.
You got to save some things for next week.
Like they're giving like TV time to each member of the Judgment Day of like their take on what happened.
It's like a family divorce.
So, this show is cooking really fantastic. Philip, I agree, sir.
Right.
Frank Regino. Welcome.
Woods could turn heel, go for one of the world titles since he the only one from New Day that didn't get one. He can blame them for holding it back. I love Woods. Would anyone believe him going after the world title?
Sorry, Nick?
I said I love Woods. Would anyone believe him going after the world title?
Maybe not a world title, but I see with Woods, there's a bit of a funny thing because I know what he was like as Consequences, right? Like he was good in TNA and he was a good heel. So I know I'm going like fucking forever ago because he's been in the WWE for a decade flinging pancakes. Would I believe him as like a world champion? Anything's possible. I mean, we've been surprised, but at this time, no. Is JD fighting Damian?
I don't know because right now Are they coming out together? Oh, it's just JD. Well, it's
And
JD with Carlito, but I didn't know if they were in the match together. Yeah. So it's just JD.
And we got like evil Carlito now. He looks angrier.
Well, no. How is he more evil? Like
they poofed his hair out more. I don't know what's up. They give him a black
t-shirt. Darker. They put darker hair dye.
Oh, the Judgment Day with the apple in the mouth of the gargoyle. Jesus Christ.
It's still such like a fucking cartoon. Oh, yeah. So it is going to be Priest versus JD. Well, this is where Finn's going to come out this up. Are you surprised as well? Granted, we're going into the last hour. Still no real mention of Rhea, no mention of Liv, Dom. None of that's been brought up so far.
No, that's a peculiar part of this. But Nick, I'm gonna pop real quick.
Fair enough. You take a pause for the cause, sir. As we're in commercial break right now. Per Finn doing the promo, fair enough. Yeah. So okay, so that's what he said. Okay, I did not catch that. Yes, JD is fighting Damian Woods speed title. Well, is Andrade still the speed champion right now, or did he lose it to somebody? Because I feel still a little bit like that's a tester for something. Same thing how they're doing the Women's North American Championship on NXT. There's a tester there for something. Which I heard this rumor going around, and I'll ask this because we're in commercial break. If anybody else has heard anything, to this, to solidify this or what have you, to where WWE teasing about going back to being WWF, I think it'd be an interesting move, especially because I feel like they've kind of halfway established themselves in this new landscape as WWE, but be interesting. KJ leaves. We might get another surprise. Let's hope so, folks. As I'm, like I said, I'm right now in commercial break, so I will remind everybody as I see 105 kicking with us before. We're up to 130. Let's see if we can keep this thing going to 150, 160, 170, all of that. But we're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for NXT, Great American Bash Night 2, Wednesday Night Dynamite. Thursday, we got the Let's Rebel podcast. Friday Night SmackDown, plus a little bit of Rampage. Saturday, I believe we're here for Collision and God knows what else. And trust me, you want to make sure you hit that bell notification. Ring the bell at the start and end of every match because you never know when we're going to show up here. We're always like a surprise run in here, a TBD. I've heard AJ Styles is supposed to return and Roman Reigns. On SmackDown, yes, I have heard that those two are both going to show up on SmackDown. Granted, I still find it interesting I could be misremembering of how long has AJ been away? Like, since what, maybe Backlash, if that, maybe Clash. So, doesn't feel like a huge away or enough to say that it would be a quote-unquote return, but I'll give it that. I still would like to see that and be interesting to see where they go with AJ Styles now. You clearly can't throw him right at the title picture, what have you. But we'll see. Kicker is saying, I just need to kick something. Well, if that ain't the, ironic statement of the evening. Tony Hayes saying, thanks. Well, what? I remember DJ Zima on. Yes, right now he's, Joaquin there. Joaquin Wild. I almost called him Joaquin Phoenix. Nick, doesn't it feel like whatever is left of Judgment Day had this all planned out from day one, infiltrate the faction, gain their trust, and then betray them? JV, I think you're giving them way more credit than that. I don't think it was exactly a day one thing, but I think it's very much been, the victim of circumstances. If it's very much, bled and built out to be this kind of situation of, like I threw it out there earlier, of how the first two people that re-attacked as part of the original Judgment Day was Dom and Liv. Finn got screwed over by Priest at last year's SummerSlam, so he turned around and screwed over Priest at this year's SummerSlam. It's the interesting little intertwines there because, honestly, did we really think Carlito was, or did anyone have him checkered in to be on Judgment Day, even still at this point? So I don't know if they really had it this far planned out from day one, but I think it's very much been one of those of they've backslid into a happy little, storyline here. Alexa saying match goes no contest. Fair enough. Can't remember at this point what match I got coming up. Did you know WWE had over 580 million social interactions? So they're talking about how SummerSlam was popping off. Because we're getting JD versus Priest. Thank you. I don't know how even just you saying JD gave it to me, but thank you, Vance. I always wanted to see Abyss in WWE. Well, I mean, he technically is. He's just more of an agent. Or just name it WWFE. That sounds more like a radio station. Welcome to 96.5 WWEFE. Steven Smith taking Damian Priest for the win. There we go. AJ and New Day? No. But yeah, so it's official like a referee whistle at Bash in Berlin. Oh, in Berlin, Germany. I sound halfway like a fucking idiot earlier, but yeah. We're getting Randy Orton versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. As now I've got Braun Breaker getting interviewed backstage right now. Match go. Oh, we got that one. I love DJ. Oh, yeah. I would like to see Zima be on his own for a bit. Well, that goes into the whole question of what do we do instead with Legato and LWO. Braun out here just, cutting a promo, talking about how he's just been tearing through people. I don't have a target on my back. I'm the hunter, and that's the way he kind of should be. He is. Speaking of hunters,
that's all I had. I wasn't prepared to give you the Shooter
McGavin.
Shoot.
All right, Shooter. Yeah, Braun out here cutting a promo of saying, I don't have a target on my back.
I'm waiting for someone to jump him the way tonight's been.
Hold your what?
I'm waiting for someone to jump him the way tonight's been.
Well, trust me, I think you managed to slide in between commercial breaks and this, that, and the third, to where even people were saying, KJ went on a pause. We're going to get a return now.
Right? Scott Steiner jumps him. Wyatts are the main event tonight, folks.
Pat just breaks the awkward silence.
The whole crowd goes boo, and he goes, like, thanks, Pat. These promos have been good as hell. They're highlighting they make everyone feel so legit. We talk about, look, I hate to do this, but Okada or Jacob Fatu, Okada or Tama Tonga, the way they've been booked, who feels like bigger stars, who are more important since they've signed with said companies, right? That's
not debatable. Yeah,
I know it's not debatable. Some people would debate it.
Well, it's much like we, go Hank Hill, where we politely ask these people. No, we'll still have that debate, but yeah, just let you know you're probably wrong.
Come on, no, Bobby. I did the IC leather better. WWE should. All right on. Have almost challenged Braun Breaker. Holy shit, that'd be out of nowhere.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
You'd have to jump
up. Now, if you had MVP, that was kind of the mouthpiece for Omos. So is Omos just left, like a giant in the wind?
Yeah, again, we don't know. I heard reports that WWE has given up on him, but again, they're bullshit reports, so we don't know.
They're all from Meltzer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, who you taking, Priest or JD?
Who you got?
I feel like, again, I know we've seen a lot of it tonight, but I kind of don't care. But I just feel like Damian's going to get beat up tonight because, look, listen, the crowd appreciates him more now that he doesn't have the belt. Like, big pop for Damian.
Because he was babyface being a heel, like that type of situation. It's like, well, Christ, we
Oh,
saw it with Dominic. Dominic managed to turn heel as a heel. So this man double turned both ways. Like, and we talked about it when we had Priest, Gunther, and Drew all having a promo segment all together. They were all heels. So now that you can actually acknowledge like you should us, of Damian Priest as a babyface, he gets that. You can finally just not be ashamed to cheer for the guy.
I guess so, yeah. Huge boot. As Damian's all piss and vinegar, smacked the belt out of JD's hand, told the ref to ring the effing bell.
Whoa.
Big pop to the jaw. This is good Priest.
This is best Priest.
We woke him up.
Don't wake Pop. I don't know. But you think that this ends with Priest gets the win and then he gets jumped, or this ends, DQ in favor of JD?
Yeah. I wonder if Finn and others, like Finn's not there yet. I think Carlito might get involved, and when everyone's distracted by Carlito, Finn is the guy. So, but I don't know. I think he gets jumped prior to a pin, like to some finality. But him beating JD is not a big deal.
JD, well, no, I said. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just.
No, I was just gonna say that I think that this works of you're letting him, kind of get his lick back a little bit. Of he's just gonna beat the sugar honey iced tea out of JD McDonough, and then when he gets probably closer to the finish, so you get him over as a babyface if he's just beating the tar out of him. Right. You get closer to the finish, and then that's when you get Finn, you get Carlito, all of that.
JD moving out of the way, throwing some shoulder blocks into Damian.
Right.
Could you see Mustafa Ali in WWE again? Yes.
Yes, I need me some Mustafa.
You bring Mustafa and Ali back and keep his gimmick identical to the way it is right now, it works. You'll get over
NXT, or do you do main roster?
You could put him on main roster. Like if he showed up and it was like, even like to start, like an opening intro back into the business, back into WWE business, if you had him coming out on like a Sami Zayn type thing and go over Sami as you reestablish yourself, it's going to fly. He's going to work.
Well, does he do that, or does he go after LA Knight of,
Oh, yeah.
He kind of goes with that political element here and everything.
Oh, just smacked him in the belly.
You can literally hear these slaps across the face and everything. Oh, echo.
This is the best Priest. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He kicked that man out of the ring.
He hit the kate.
JD might be asleep. Little Bo Peep counting some sheep.
Yeah, this 100% is best Priest. This has been him operating at top level. Because he's still got that swagger, that still, sent off of being former champion literally just 2 nights ago. So now he's out here still kind of the top dog, and I'm going to run roughshod over everybody that screwed me over.
Yeah. Vengeance will be mine.
Right.
The ref's counting, by the way. Oh, Damian eating the post.
In the ring post.
Right in the jaw. Pow, right in the kisser.
Boo, right in the kisser.
Oh, shit. JD just smashed his face.
Well, who got the worst of that? Of JD that probably took
he cut his mouth.
Well, Priest sat there and just ate that on the chest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a commercial break. Damian taking on JD McDonough. The match is cooking, and it has not stopped at all tonight. The gas pedal has been pushed steady to the floor in the first 2 hours and change of this show, Nick.
I think it just broke off at this point. They just don't know where the brakes are, or like they got gas, but every time they try and step on the brakes, it's just like it won't do nothing.
Right. Now wait, when I was on or just going for my pause, I heard you talk about the WWF thing. I find that interesting that it's rumored. Two things about that.
Mm-hmm.
One, the World Wildlife Foundation still exists, as far as I know, and would really be opposed to giving that up.
Do they own the trademark? Trust me. Val Venus found out the hard way. Do you own the trademark?
Well, yeah, and then that was what it was WWF. As long as it was like a domestic product, they had no problem. When it went global, like the worldwide leader in sports, the worldwide was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Second, to me, the WWF is synonymous. Like if you say WWF, you think Vince McMahon. I think the WWE, which Vince was there for too, but it just feels different than going backwards. You know what I mean?
Valid, but does it? Would you potentially do it of almost a little bit of that nostalgia kick of, say, you go to Netflix and you coincide and you announce we are the WWF. Like you still, there's people that have never watched, like haven't watched wrestling in 20, 30 plus years. But you say WWF, they know instantly what the you're talking about, and they don't think about pandas eating bamboo.
Yeah, right. I like the idea of maybe like an ECW show on Netflix, and you just let Paul have it.
Well, have you? What would you? I almost don't mind the idea of a WCW revival, especially. I actually like the Invasion WCW logo, the red one and everything. You do that on Netflix and you make it like its own thing. I'm kind of okay with it.
Okay. I don't hate the concept. I mean, it would be hilarious. Put it on Wednesday nights live on Netflix. Right? Like shit. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to, like, if you bring back, like the rumors are they might bring back. Now, I also heard they might do some like one-off specials, like an ECW, special.
One night stand, I'm all the way for it.
Yeah, or a WCW special. But I mean, if you have so much talent, you could pick 20 guys and like outside of our upper echelon that you want to work with, that you think you could revive WCW or ECW with, and see what he does.
Do you make it like what they would do with, say, a main event or an NXT level up of it's those kind of guys, of it's
not necessarily
like an OVW. If OVW had a Netflix deal and had a big brand behind it, a little bit of its developmental.
Yeah, I think maybe you have an opportunity to kind of go in between like NXT and WWE, like for a group of like mid-carders that are kind of stale, like a Karrion Kross. Like, all right, we're gonna take Apollo Crews, Barry and Corbin, like
Barry and Corbin. We're back at Access JD climbing the top rope. I don't mind it. I think it's same thing of big moonsault.
Oh, that was pretty.
1, 2. Trust me, whenever I play 2K24, it's always my GM mode is ECW, WCW, Raw, and SmackDown. But yeah, I'd still like it if it was an ECW kind of ish revival. They kind of did it with sci-fi. I wouldn't mind even a WCW revival a little bit.
Yeah, Mysterio's a good show. Like, you don't take you're not going to take Roman, but hey, you might be able to take that. You might be able to talk Brock into.
Oh no!
Oh shit! But
no, Brock, no more.
As we are back, 125 likes. We appreciate it, folks. Which 125 likes, 126 people here. One of y'all are suspect. One of y'all are the mole. Who is it?
Right, it's probably like one of us.
It was shit.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Wait, did you vote for me? I forgot. I was out here.
Right. Priest is getting fired up like a goddamn lunatic. Big splash in the corner.
Love it. I've never stopped seeing WWF. I'm pretty stubborn on most things. That one eventually went away.
Yeah.
I mean, again, and to their credit, Get the F Out was one of their best marketing campaigns ever.
Oh, absolutely. That whole the commercials in Titan Tower. Shady just got ran over like Strowman showed up here.
JD, look, I know a lot of people, someone earlier said JD's just a jobber. Man, JD takes a bump like a mofo. It was me.
But that's the thing is you're good in your spot. Sometimes you got to be good in your spot. Oh,
These
turn it out from a clothesline, and then Carlito can eat a head kick.
He's putting a little extra into everything.
This is his coming out party.
It's weird because there's Finn.
There's Finn.
Right on cue, and the boos, they're getting the reaction.
As now they're just going to stomp him out. Is this where you're going to get Dom comes out? And then you get, Liv. And
Look at Damian.
Oh, just set up. Yeah, there's Dom.
Rhea.
That's what I'm saying. I was asking. We're going to get all of them out there, and then we're going to get, this is my brutality.
No Liv, though. I want Liv.
No, she's out there.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, she's still wearing that skin denim. It somehow got less.
I really thought it was more purple yesterday than it is today.
It's definitely not. But yeah, they're just literally, now he's chucking them out.
JD's still taking bumps. Oh, no.
Man, still. And the crowd pops for Priest, though.
Finn tried to run. Not today. Oh, Liv saving the day.
Liv just between the legs. Just low blow. Oh. Damian was about to take out Liv now.
Nick, what was the
my brutality? Run! Just goddamn it, run! Why are you standing there? Run! You got all this time to run. Run, big run, see?
Yeah, run.
Bro. Oh, she's got Liv.
It's like a bear attack.
Oh my! A rose such a clatter, and Liv's face went splatter again.
Shiver, it's Dom, just leaving his girl behind.
Right, I got chicken nuggets to get back to. I got my dino nuggies and my tater tots.
You don't get chicken nuggets if your girl's in the hospital.
No, that's how I get them milk cartons, though. Oh, now here comes Dom back.
Oh, look, it's funny. Exactly what Liv did. But the crowd is going insane.
But that's the thing, though. JD's still there.
Get pancake.
You're about to get just destroyed by Rhea. Yup.
Yeah. And I want to point out something to everybody listening right now.
Getting headbutted the shit out of that man.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah.
I don't want none. I'm good. This is not cool.
Man, he went splat before he hit the ground. Like, he hit gravity before he hit the ground. God damn.
It's lit. Crazy.
But even those two have even halfway of like, all right, we've got to destroy these two together.
Yes.
Like, of them having that kind of like, we got each other's back type shit.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Big hug.
And they hug it out.
Yes. And the crowd goes wild. Smart. You made Liv a bigger heel by putting her with Dom. You made Damian a bigger baby face by putting him with Rhea.
Right? And we have a smaller child with a sign that says Dom is a dirty hamster. Oh, we're talking about the return of Roman Reigns right now.
Yeah. Pat's having a time.
Yeah, that was just awkward of the biggest.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a replay of the return of Roman Reigns from Saturday. If you can't see what we can see, Rhea Ripley just came out to help Damian, who was jumped by Finn in Judgment Day. Dom and Liv got away. Carlito walked away. No one cared about Carlito.
Oh, no.
And
he's coming away.
Right? Got his ass whooped. And I did want to say this during the whole little kerfuffle.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between a jobber and a stooge. Just so people know, because people were saying JD's a jobber. No. JD's half the tag champions. He is a stooge. He takes the bumps. He's the weaker guy on the totem pole that does get whooped again, but he also gets his W's. He's not a jobber. He doesn't do a lot of jobs, but he takes a lot of beating.
Oh, absolutely. But we're about 45 minutes away from the end of the show here, and this has been an absolute fantastic goddamn show.
I haven't stopped. I haven't been this energized on a weekly show.
They haven't stopped. There literally hasn't been a minute of we've been scared to take pauses and everything like that because you might miss an Odyssey Jones, you might miss a Rhea Ripley, you might miss a Randy Orton.
Odyssey Jones, a Jonah. You know,
it's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Oh, look, they're showing the live reaction.
Everybody, am I halfway waiting for us?
I know, bro. I know. They only use fan cam, though.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting how we even had the ref cam during the show. I saw somebody that showed Punk on a ref cam, and it's like Jack Perry's point of view.
Took him out.
The revival of the Roman Empire was such a good line from Cole.
Cole's been phenomenal. I hated Michael Cole. I hated him as a commentary announcer. I didn't like him on commentary at all. Commentary announcer. I don't think I've ever said that before. I didn't like him on commentary, and he's grown so much on me now. He is excellent.
I liked him when you started to get him and Pat because I think it started to loosen up then because that's when the McMahonisms were going away. And now that that's completely dissipated, he's come so much into his own. I think it was even JR. All due credit from JR saying this of Michael Cole's right now better than I was when I was.
Oh,
where was? Oh,
sorry.
Sonya
beating the shit out of Damage Control. This night
is on the road, and the Zoe strikes. Boom, boom, boom.
That's amazing. Ridiculous.
Another shade of gold on a Monday night.
They are stomping the shit out of Dakota's knee.
Oh, but yeah, so that's going to set up why Dakota's not in the match with Shayna.
Oh, that makes sense.
Or Sonya.
Asuka come back? Is she ready?
No, we talked about this to where it was somebody said it was going to be
right.
Theo, but I couldn't confirm it at that point.
Yeah. Okay. As we are getting a commercial for Great American Bash Night 2. Folks, we will be live Night 2. It's going to be a fun one, man. It is stacked up, Nick.
Oh, absolutely. We've got the NXT title on the line between Ethan Page taking on Ora Mensa. We've got Pete Dunne taking on Trick Williams. We've got I'm trying to remember. Roxanne defended her title last night or the first week. What other matches am I missing? I feel like I'm missing quite a few.
Ethan Page. I fucked that.
I got that one.
Ethan Page, you got the tag titles on the line.
We've got Ren Sinclair versus Carly Bright. I remember that one being
Bright's in action.
Yeah. So, and we've got Christ. How could I forget? We're getting the Rascals versus Not Man and Ronda. We're getting Axiom and Frazier versus the Rascals. Yeah. We're getting High Fly Society.
Mm-hmm. MSK taking on the champs, and I want MSK to win this. I want the Rascals to be champs and take that belt back and forth and fuck with people.
Right. I'm not, every time you say MSK, I keep thinking like Motor City. So I'm like, when could we possibly get them? Perhaps, but I still like that. The Rascals are out there just cooking. I think again, this is still a little bit of WWE of, all right, so you've been here. How much would it take to sign you? How much would it take to sign you? How much would it take to sign you?
Isn't this going to be fun?
Well, and you've got Joe Hendry that's out there, and I get that, we're all working together, but is able to out there, work at, the performance center, able to do this. Like, they're damn near treating this man like he's on the roster already. You just waiting to put him on the payroll.
They're marketing him like he's on the roster.
Genius. Yeah.
Tatum versus Kalani will happen tomorrow as well.
Correct.
Joe Henry, Joe Coffey, the Battle of the Joes. That's going to be a huge one. Yeah, I mean, again, we're looking for it. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you had said Joe and
No,
Joe.
that's fine. I got like 2 matches in and then was just trying to do it off the top, and then vitamins and substances took over.
Trick Williams versus Odyssey Jones, except Odyssey just became a member of the New Day.
Odyssey Jones sounds like something from like fucking Moby Dick or something. It's very naval.
Like, yeah. We need help. Who can we call? Odyssey Jones.
Well, no, I'm a soul man.
Yeah. Possible debut of Vakur and Julia. I don't think we're going to get both together. I think we're going to get Vakur first.
Yeah, but could that also take all the way till No Mercy?
I think we can go hot minute. We can go hot minute with. Yeah, I mean, it's early September. It's the 2nd of September.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm even now arguing against myself because they were showing the house show match with Vakur.
Yeah.
And I think Eddie might have even been looking at it too as well, if I'm remembering correctly. Thorpe there. So yeah, that'd be interesting if she shows up tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, I think Julia still has some stuff. Like, I think she's still finishing out some stuff. I don't know, but I just think bringing them both at the same time might be a problem.
Cora before Vakur?
Cora should be. No, she's still hurt. She's not ready yet. She blew that knee, this year, right? It was like
still hurt.
I feel like she blew her knee in March or February.
I don't know. Shotzi's still hurt. Jamie Hayter's still hurt. I think there's Nikita Lyons is still hurt. I think there's some women wrestlers that just get hurt and just stay hurt.
Maybe.
By one reason or another.
She's been out for 6 months, almost 7 months. Cora Jade.
So, well,
she's
hinted at. More excited for Vakur or Julia or Cora Jade? I know what the answer is, but I'll ask it.
Listen, I'm pumped about Julia. I'm very excited about Stephanie Vakur. What I will say about Cora Jade is I'm curious what she is now.
I thought for half a second you were about to just swerve me and just be like, but I can't wait, my guy, until Cora Jade comes back.
I want to know what she has become. Like, we know that she's physically matured one way or the other. Like, she feels like they're trying to make her that Mandy Rose vibe, Nick.
A wee bit. I don't know. I kind of love paper mache.
Paper mache skateboard, right?
Yeah.
But here comes EO.
Kairi Sane even looks like a goddamn badass out here with all this. I'm a sucker for a chicken leather.
And EO's crazy. I'm a fan of a crazy girl, and EO's just nuts. I'm all for it.
But she sells it perfectly. Like, that's the thing, is she's still super calculated. She doesn't take unnecessary risks or anything like that in the ring, but still pulls off and is able to portray of like, I'm the fucking lunatic. I'm the one that's going to take a dive, do a moonsault off the top of a fucking War Games cage with a trash barrel stuck to my fucking head.
Yeah, she's the girl at the bar. Like, somebody bumps you and she's the one trying to fight. You got to hold her back. Like, no, baby, don't kill him.
No, like, that's the craze you want to take home. Pause.
Like a fucking bear hugger. Like, wait.
Right.
That was my cousin. Relax. He didn't mean to steal my drink.
I'm gonna wait here for a quick second. I'm gonna take a pause.
There you go. Nick heading out for a pause for the cause. There you go. As we are rolling along, folks, EO taking on Sonya Deville as we get a Hurricane Rana. Sonya rolling out. Now, do keep in mind, Damage Control is outnumbered. Dakota Kai has been taken out. So, again, and a night full of twists and turns. Who knows what's next? No, we got a match. EO stepped in. Julia realistically doesn't need to be there for her build because Nakamura wasn't there for his build. Facts. And they'll find ways to promo it and do pre-tapes to get you to that point. So I don't disagree with you at all, Misfit. Plus, Stephanie's already doing the house shows, already been kind of put on. So, we've seen her on WWE TV calling it out. We've seen her on WWE social media. So I think she's just closer to the door than Julia is. And I think if you separate them, you get 3-4 months of quality rivalry and wrestling, opposed to both at the same time and overlapping each other a little too much. There will be overlap, but I think you get more legs the other way. Cora will be lucky to have little matches when she returns. Julia, Stephanie, and Delta. I forgot about Delta's also coming aboard, plus the women you have. Cora's got to bring her A game if she's going to get onto the, to the card. Don't forget about Joe Henry. Nope, could never forget about that, folks. We are live tomorrow. And as I tell everybody as we go through this commercial break, we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We are your wrestling buddies. This is the Wrestling Utopia, and we love doing these streams. Back at it tomorrow for Great American Bash. Wednesday, Dynamite. Thursday, the Dirt Sheet Debate returns with special guest. I don't know if we discussed that we were going to do it, but special guest Geek Box will be on with the Dirt Sheet Debate. Myself, Nick, Anthony, and Geek Box are going to have a little powwow about what is going on in the wrestling world. And then Friday, SmackDown, Rampage. The weekend's always got some fun stuff going on. And we got more. We're heading towards All Out, All In, Emergence, Victory Road, I think, is coming up. Not to mention Bash in Berlin, NXT No Mercy. Folks, this is where you need to be. Click that little bell. Follow us on social to keep up to date. We are working on more interviews. We got members-only chats coming up. So be a part of all the fun. I was trying to kill the whole commercial. Didn't work. The Phantom. Do you think the main roster is getting a little heavy with the factions and faction versus faction thing? Yeah, I mean, I could understand it is getting heavy. Do I dislike it? I don't dislike it yet. But it is definitely heavy. There's no denying it. But again, I think there was once upon a time where there was, everybody was kind of in a faction of some kind, even if you were in the right to censor or the fucking oddities. Like everybody kind of had a group that they fit into, and the odd ones didn't. So it cannot be break number 9, really. Holy shit. Yeah, it's heavy on the factions. I don't hate it yet. I think they're doing a good job of working it through, but there is definitely an increase in groups. Got Sonya for the win. Sonya Deville for the win. Will Wyatt's live up to the hype? We'll find out, man. I mean, last week when they came out, they took the mask off and you saw some of what they could do. They gave you a little tease, a little sample. I thought it went well. I thought it got over. I thought the fans reacted the way you expected. I thought the energy was good with it. So if they show up tonight and they look like complete badasses and dominate and they're ending the show, so is there a twist there somewhere? We will see. But I think it's I think it's in a good place, and I hope it continues. Io Sky for the win. Sonya Deville. Sonya got Sonya. Io blew my speaker. Lucky speaker. Is Dakota still having issues with her knee? Well, she is now. She is now, Frank. I don't know if that's because there's some real injury there, but at the moment she's having trouble. As we are getting right now, tonight's highlights: Bronson Reed attacks Seth Rollins. I like this. So if you just tuned into Raw, they let you know Judgment Day attacked Damian Priest. Tonight's headlines. I like that. Those women are told what to do. I don't know what I missed there. Yeah, no, I think if that's in response to being I don't believe that's factual. I don't believe it's ethical, and I don't believe a publicly traded company would get away with that. I think some people take it upon themselves, Dale, to kind of do what they think they need to do to get ahead. And some don't, some do, but I can't imagine in 2024 a publicly traded company is sitting down with female talent and telling them to do alterations to their body. I can't see it going that far. Could it have happened once upon a time? Yeah, but nowadays I don't see it. No, I could be wrong, but I don't believe it. Curious how long Ego keeps the title. I think he's going to have a decent run, Smile Mark. Again, right now, you got so much going on in the main roster. I think you give Ethan a really good run. He's a polished pro. He's legitimate. He sits in a good spot with NXT, as far as I'm concerned. EO going to the top, by the way. Big drop kick on Sonya. But yeah, I think it's going to be a solid run, a few months at least. Johnny said in an interview that he might have backup. Dun, dun, dun. That'll be very interesting. Who could it be? Remember the over-under on commercials, as I made that one word. 9 commercial breaks. So there you go. We're at the push. One more commercial break for the over. DL, even if Tiffany Stratton, when she took her time off, we're not gonna. Again, I'm too, white dude to dive deep into that conversation. Wrestling will never die. Nope. Even when it looked like it was going to, it didn't. So it's been to the depths of despair and back. And right now, what the WWE is established globally, it'd be very hard for that company to fall apart. Wrestling ain't never gonna stop. I like it. Shout out, William. I like it. I saw you say that earlier, and I wanted to click on it, but I like it. I agree. Don't rush Ego. He makes that NXT title feel special. Big knees from EO. Yeah, you got to leave. You want to make NXT good. You got to leave some people down there and let them cook. Let them marinate. Create rivalries. Make it must-see TV. Make Tuesdays good. Wow. Kyrie with the spinning back fist. Oh, EO drop kicking. It looked like they got their wires crossed there for a second. Sonya getting chucked out of the ring. This match is botchy as hell. I'll be honest, Paul. I haven't seen a lot of what you're speaking to. I saw a couple. Wow. Flying elbow and moonsault in stereo. Uh, 100%. 100%. And again, you piece it back together, right? Think of your favorite comic book, or think of a Marvel movie, a good one before they ruined them. Think about, the good guy starts assembling his troops back together. And we're gonna get a whole lot of pops coming up as EO gets the win. Let's go. EO Sky gets the pin on Sonya. And I'm a little shocked. Damage Control comes out short-handed and gets the W. Sloppy. Okay. Yeah, no, there's definitely some sloppy points. Remember, I'm doing this and that, so I don't mind. But yeah, if it was a little clunky, Rascals versus ABC, I'm in. Let's go. As Sammy's talking to Ilya's back. Jay's here. Everybody starts eating. So Jay's talking to Sammy. Sonya has ring rust, no doubt. And Io's a bit of a different style for Sonya as well, right? But yeah, I mean, other than a couple misdirections, like the one on the drop kick, I didn't think it was bad. Maybe I missed some. So Jay's telling Sammy to get a rematch and get his title back. What do you think? Oh, shit. Sammy versus Braun next week. Oh, so Jay saying, I think Sammy's going to turn on Jey Uso. I thought Sammy was going to help with the bloodline. I don't know anymore. Sammy's giving me turn vibes. Sammy versus Braun next week rematch. And then Jay wants to team up with Sammy and go after the Judgment Day. Jey Uso for president. She killed her with that flying elbow, the flying elbow, and the moonsault. And then, of course, so they're talking about Seth Rollins with possible internal bleeding, which 6 tsunamis will do that to a person. So they're doing the last profile, or one of the last profiles of Gacy, Huskus the Pig. So no creepy Nikki delivering a videotape. They just queued it up this week. And now we're getting a glitchy VHS. Not UJV, but a glitchy one. This one could be one of the more interesting ones. This is Boring Chance. Did that happen? Polo, did that happen? I didn't hear it. 3-3, 3-3, an unpredictable night. But right now I got Joe Gacy on my screen. And he could be one of the most compelling parts of all of this. We're going to make them all pay. Gacy. All right. Creepy enough. Seth has a vacation on way. There you go. Seth, take a little break. It sounds like Seth's going to be off for a couple weeks, if nothing else. Here come the, I don't know what to call them. We are American Made, Merca. That is your new name for Chad Gable's faction. He let Otis and crew keep Alpha Academy. They are American Made. Interesting. That is your new name. How do you feel about it? And I'm going to ask the people out there, but if you're just tuning in, we are getting the main event. We are getting the main event of American Made, which they have new visuals up on the screen, taking on the Wyatt 6. As we are getting You Suck chants to the music by design. All right. There's your poll, folks. I want to know, do you like it? Team Angle 2.0. At this point, I mean, if Kurt wouldn't get such a big pop, speaking of big pops, I love it when you call me Big Pop.
Big Pop. All the players in the place with power and grace.
Absolutely.
Because I see some greens tonight that should be teaming with Gable.
So, Nick.
Yes.
American Made.
American males. That's 100% what the fuck that is. Could have drive a big truck, rock, flag, and eagle.
I like it. There you go.
Like a rock, that's what it is. American Made. Brought to you by Ford or Dodge Ram.
Right? American Made.
American Made. America. Yeah. Coming to beat the motherfucking whites. Yeah. America.
Are they going to get fucking, Zeb Coulter out here?
No. We, the people.
You're going to, Jake Hager's heavy. Hey, Jake Hager's a free agent. Bring him in as the heavy.
Yeah. To who? Julius Creed?
It's all of them. He's just the big guy in the middle. America Made.
Right. America. Yeah. Mm. But I was almost gonna try and pop, but I missed it with the Gacy tape, the Gacy footage. How was it?
It was good. It was short, sweet. They changed it up this time, obviously just went right into it. Like, oh, by the way, we have this. And for my money, it didn't say a lot. It just the idea. But Gacy very like the Mick Foley sitting in the corner, rocking back and forth. Gacy's got an interesting intangible to him.
Oh, 100%, because he does have that unhinged aspect to him.
Yep.
We thought even initially when he was doing the schism that he was doing respectfully a poor man's Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. We thought he was like the heir to the throne.
A wee bit here. But I like even how I think they teased it with the tweet that they put out for it of let us sin or let you sin, which if you just shrink it down, it's let us in.
Right. Mm-hmm. It looks like they're heading down the Carrion Road. Looks like they are heading. England, I don't know.
You got a far way to get down the Carrion Road.
Carrion Road, take me
home to the job I belong.
Yeah, American maids. Apparently, if you hire an American maid, you're probably going to end up cleaning your house anyway. But
your house is going to get robbed. That's what's going to happen. Your house is going to get robbed.
Yeah, I heard y'all usually hire people from outside of America for maids.
well, we're terrible. Oh, congratulations. You exposed U.S. as being shit. What else is new?
I feel like I just only hit a very tip of an iceberg.
Oh, don't worry. Like I said, what else is new?
Kate saying American charades. I'm sure there's a joke.
Strike a pose.
It's a jackal. Is it a jackal?
Jackal? Well, no, I get that. Well, the charades of, they're a farce of a team, what have you. Do you feel that they're kind of being lambs led to the slaughter a little bit of you're having this faction formed before our very eyes and they get fed to the Wyatt Six? Because
I'm okay.
Spoiler alert, the Wyatt Six are not losing this match.
No, this match is going to be very interesting on how this finishes because I'm really uncertain. I do think that they built up this faction to feed to the Wyatts, which I don't mind because you want the Wyatts to go over somebody that kind of matters. And Chad will be fine. Chad will show up the next week and be like, it never happened, and be all heelish and beat up Otis again. We'll be fine. So you need to feed somebody to the Wyatts. At least I feel like this is more potential for a battle.
Well, at least it sets up a six-way. I mean, then you get Ivy Nile versus Nikki Cross. What do you do with Howdy? You get Howdy versus Gable, but then you'd have to add somebody else. I feel. Yeah.
Jake Hager returns tonight. I'm calling it.
Oh my fuck! That's the big return. With the two big, huge returns tonight are Odyssey Jones and Jake Hager.
Mm-hmm. AJ, I see yours, but I'm not clicking on it. But it's kind of funny. Wyatt 6 for the win.
I wish Marvin. What did Marvin say? Marvin. Sorry, I probably still said it wrong. Oh. No, we don't need to see that.
Yeah, what?
Moving on. We don't get Io and Kyrie taking on Zoe Starks and Shayna Baszler next week.
Yes.
They really are, though, just even with their attire and everything. They're getting Diamond Mine 2.0.
Yeah, so someone asked. Yeah, no, the Diamond Mine is dead. It has been dead. But we're getting lights out, folks.
We got the Platinum Mind.
The Platinum Mind.
Yeah.
Mind? No.
Mind. Wrong.
Fireflies are in full effect.
Goosebumps. Yeah, Action Jackson, what up?
Action Jackson.
Right. And again, you could hear a goddamn pin drop right now.
It's amazing. We got the chair, bro. We got the rocking chair.
There's the lantern in the center of it. I'm telling you, he's the sixth member.
So I think there's a sixth. Now, I don't know. I have a theory on who the sixth is, but I think there will be.
Your theory is Alexa.
That is my theory, yes.
Right. I disagree, but we'll get there.
The rocking chair. Do we take predictions on this one? Is anybody picking?
If you're gonna take not the Wyatt Six, explain your work.
Yeah, or maybe a non-finish, but I'd be surprised by that too.
Well, you have the whole family coming out here. You've got Cross, you've got Howdy, you've got Lumis, Gacy, and Rowan.
Oh.
And that's why still, though, I think with acknowledging the chair, acknowledging the lantern, I think that's very much, this is part of, it's a thing, my guy.
Yeah, you could be 100% right. I have no idea. I'm not in a position to argue on it. I'm not sure.
You see this coming at you. I don't want to argue with anything.
Run!
I'm doing literally, I'm going to look like a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon because my body's going to still be looking at them as the rest of my lower half's running the opposite direction.
The theme of the night is
run.
I should have put it on a thing on an overlay. Run all night long.
Exactly. Just run.
Dakota should have ran earlier. She didn't. Look what happened.
Dom and them should have ran. You know, they damn near almost got caught. If I'm Gable and the Creeds, just run. Like, you're not gonna look fugazi if you leave this right now. You're good. Everyone would run in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a match.
Oh, then they just take off. That is a visual we're gonna see for a while. Nikki and Bo like that.
Oh yeah, and they just fly off. So we're underway, folks. If we've got.
Let's go.
We've got Holy's chance is what we've got.
The chair is the 6th. That's dumb. Look, see? Wait, your chair. Shouldn't you cheer on the chair?
Right.
Relax.
Your name is supposed to be as he's just sitting in it. So he's just sitting there in the rocking chair, a la Bray used to when he'd have, the Wyatt family come out there.
Listen, folks. Anybody says that this Wyatt 6 thing is not working, listen to the crowd. This is awesome chance, and they haven't done shit yet.
Well, they've done a lot, but just not in the ring.
I mean, the match hasn't even started.
There we go.
I think the music's amazing. I think it's off the charts. I'm so.
Oh, it's just the shatter. It's just
but then they kind of tweaked it a little.
Well, no, they tweaked Roman shit. They used Roman's WrestleMania 40 theme. I don't think they tweaked this one.
Oh, welcome back, Dexter Lumis.
Out here looking like goddamn Corey Taylor. I did my time. And I want Spinebuster. Out here, very, Kevin Sullivan, Dungeon of Doom vibes.
A lot of people were talking about like Dexter's new look and tying it to Manson.
Oh, Gacy doing his equivalent to the fucking crab walk there.
Now I'm okay with it. I wasn't before. I'm okay with it now.
Right.
Now you're doing
a little bit of the pale face as well on here.
Yeah.
Oh, the little backdrop cutter there.
Look at he looks like one of the Bludgeon Brothers.
Well, he looks like a fucking he looks like your uncle that's hanging out with your brothers.
Nick, Sam Squanch.
Goddamn Sam Squanch.
If you get that joke, folks, you get points. If not, figure it out.
What those points mean, I don't know. You can figure that out as well, but you get points.
All right, so this breaks down into just another scrap.
But think about it. This is really the most we've seen of Rowan out here since he was out here with a goddamn Tarantula.
Yeah.
And they're just throwing around the Creed brothers. Like, these are the guys we watched at Bloodsport, and we're like, holy shit, they're just throwing guys from pillar to post, and they're out here getting decimated.
Senton by Gacy has... Oh, Rowan's like, I'm warm in this jacket, guys. Can I wrestle without it? Yo, what are they doing?
They already have like tag team offense and everything. As Lumis just getting powerbombed onto everybody on the outside. As you have just Nikki and Howdy sitting in the rocking chair. Just, yes.
Shockmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to a commercial break. We're in the main event. Uncle Howdy's sitting outside the ring. Nikki is hanging out with him. And Nick, we got chaos. Sam Squanch.
Absolutely, my guy. Sam Squanch, yes. Goddamn Sam Squanch out there. but 100%. And it's really good to see this go well. This is their first actual in-ring action. It took a while, and we expected it to take a while, but now that they're actually in ring and it makes sense and it works, it's really good to see.
Right. No, I completely agree with you, man. Rowan wasn't really in AEW. He showed up for a memorial, but there was never.
He showed up for a tribute.
This
is just a tribute. You gotta believe me.
Lumis looks like my local 7-Eleven clerk. No, I think some people miss the idea, and maybe they just like looked over it because they don't know any better. But Lumis's look tying back to Dan Spivey, right? Like Waylon Mercer, like tying it back to the buzzer. And Dan used to have the X on his in between his eyes, and I think some people out there kind of let that drift over their head.
Well, that was that was the initial thing with Bray, and there's been also the same people that think that this is a little Kevin Sullivan, Sullivan, my son, and all of that. But also, by the way, if your local 7-Eleven clerk looks like Dexter Lumis, find a new gas station to go to, because I would never go to if that's the guy that's a fucking clerk. Yeah. I don't need to shop there because something bad is going to happen.
That'll be $8. Oh shit! Never mind.
No, it won't. That'll
Braun
be
is number 6. Ooh.
No.
So Braun said in an interview he's trying to stay away from this, and essentially there's a monster within me, and if it gets out, then I'm worried for everybody. So that's why I'm not messing with them.
It would be really interesting. Like, I won't sit there and say if it happened, I would almost be cool more with Braun than Alexa. Just being honest. But if it happens, I won't hate it. But I do kind of think that they're just going to probably stay as is.
I don't know. I honestly don't. In my head, and based on kind of what even when we broke down the clues, it never had anything else outside of the one, like the visuals of this one seemingly woman that was in the background at times. Like there was never a clue that made me think. Well, no, Nikki, like when Nikki was at the forefront, the other person was in the background. And again, lots of question marks with that. I don't know. Maybe they just stick at 5 and Bray is but I don't know. I feel like there's one more. There's a surprise, a twist, a turn with this.
If it is, I think you hold off because I don't think you need it right now. If it is a Braun, if it is an Alexa, you don't need to do it for a while.
Yeah, you might be right on that. I kind of think I agree with you on that. Of like, there's so much going on, and we're
just getting their first match. You don't need anything else right now. Let them be them, and then maybe you add something. Little season.
Yeah, sorry, we came out of commercial break, and the crowd is chanting, "We want Rowan."
Absolutely.
Great match, Kev. You enjoying it? Would Alexa return as the vision of Alexa with Lily or a different version? You can't bring her back and make it silly. So if she does come back and dig into this, you got to make it like she's almost like the focal point. Like she's almost the centerpiece of it behind Howdy.
So what? She does the whole like demon thing that she did on the Jack in the Box between, Randy Orton and the Fiend.
Just not in like Vince McMahon, Bruce way. Like they do it in the Triple H way, where it will be a little more sensible, a little more serious, a lot less spooky, a lot less silly.
I think you need to set up to something at this point. I think right now you're in a pocket, let it go. And if you're going to add something, you need to give it some time here. Like I said, we're literally in the first match.
Right.
Oh, back handspring into a double clothesline from Gacy on a both Creed brothers.
Yeah.
And Howdy's out here laughing.
Now, part of me watching kind of how things have played out.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a first set of victims, I mean, you have Ivy trying to figure out her life where she doesn't really want to be with these guys and trying to figure out if she's friends with Maxine. Could they be victimized in the sense of Ivy and Maxine against like Nikki and a friend? I like the idea of 2 women in the faction.
You're gonna put Maxine with them?
No.
With Gable and the Creeds?
Well, Maxine's kind of like, no, I see. I don't know what you do with
Rowan's
Ivy.
just a house
I don't think
player,
Ivy joins. I don't think Ivy stays with American Made. But Howdy having a time as Rowan is on fire.
Oh, baseball slide into Gable.
The big man is lit.
Hasn't missed a step or a beat, my guy.
No. What a big man.
He looks like, you know, would be like second command to get you to Valhalla or some shit.
Paying homage to Brody and then hitting the slingshot senton. Even Michael Cole saying it was beautiful, man.
Right. Turning out power slam. Creeds break it up. Could this be, though, because it is their first match to where you know, debut a new member, what have you, if that's what causes the win?
I kind of feel like with you, though, I feel like it's almost unnecessary right now. But I mean, the Diamond Mine, I'm going to screw up this American Made name a lot. They seem like they're game to fight. Like, this isn't just a squash.
Oh!
Jesus Christ.
Dexter with the double leg drops on everybody on the outside is now we're just down to Rowan and Gable inside the ring. Oh!
Wow.
Bridging German.
A bridge in German. Jesus.
I know. I'm amazed it's still standing.
I'm happy that Rowan isn't wearing it. That's funny. As we're getting You Suck chants.
I still want to know, like, why was it Jason Jordan instead of Chad Gable to be Kurt's illegitimate son? Because they're a spitting image.
Yeah. I like that visual. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
double Uranagi.
Double rock bottom. As Rowan's just waiting to pounce behind Gable here.
Oh, by the
choke slam. He just grabbed out the side of his head like really aggressively. Like, is he fucked up?
No, he's selling. Gable's surrounded.
Oh, the little like pop-up powerbomb of Gacy powerbombing Lumis onto Gable, and then
I
a
little push.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to push him, but kind of just
I'm sure this match is emotional for a lot of people, AJ. I really do. Like, there's a lot going into this, and they really want this to work. And man, I'm happy with that. I thought that was cool. Great match 10 tonight. Go ahead, Nick.
And sorry,
I was shooting to you.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and they also didn't seem like this, you know, cannot be damaged, you know, like even the Fiend a little bit of one of those can't take a bump, you know, takes no damage type of force. Like, they were out there, they still sold a move, what have you. He was. Rowan was supposed to kind of toss him,
Yeah, he gives him the fucking alley-oop. Whoop. He just went by, didn't he?
But lights out again, as now we've got Nikki with the lantern
here, folks.
Absolutely.
And Dexter gets a prominent spot. Gacy looked good. Rowan got the biggest cheers of the group. And again, it's got to be emotional in a lot of ways for a lot of these people, including us as fans of like 11 years ago. And here's Howdy.
Shit, that's the thing, is I even halfway forgot about that.
We're here. Sorry, Nick.
No, that's good. But that's even a nice little touch of having him out there in the rocking chair with the lantern, And that's the exact same way if they showed up. Go ahead.
Rob, we're done.
Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, WWE Raw has come to an end. Get in the chat. Give us your rating out of 10. What did you like? What didn't you like? What could have been better? What could have been worse? Let me know. Let me know how you're feeling, Nick. But based on the way my head feels right now, it was a crazy show.
Oh, absolutely. 100% of. I think the best comparable is even what you said of, is this better than the Raw after Mania? Because I think it does very much contend with it. Absolutely.
The Raw after Mania wasn't that good.
Valid.
So I think this one smoked it.
But so what would you give it out of 10? It was this better than you. Now, are you grading it on it being a Raw? Or are you grading this because you gave what, 9.5 to SummerSlam?
Different scale though in my head, just so
okay, but still, what would you give it?
Tonight, start to finish, the energy fucking booked it. I'll give it an 8.5.
Really?
8.5, 9, man. Like, it's a solid, crazy show. I'm even okay with 9. Like, I could go to 9. Like, that was one of the best Raws of the year.
It's crazy. You and I have switched from SummerSlam. I remember I gave SummerSlam an 8.5, and you gave it a 9.5. I'm out here. Monday Night Raw to me was a 9.5. I would probably honestly lean 9.5 because they made Odyssey Jones fucking relevant. Like they just were cooking across the board here. You didn't want to miss a goddamn beat of this at all in any way, shape, or form, and you made stars out of tonight. I know. We talked about how they made stars out of Bronson Reed. You even kind of started to do it with Odyssey Jones. Even now with Dexter, Lumis, and Rowan and Gacy out there, when they've actually taken the mask off, you made the Wyatt Six actually legitimate, actually a team, actually something that's in ring. So you made a lot of shit. You expanded and expounded upon a lot of shit. I think this was a really good. You said it best, and I've just been riding with it. If this was better than the Raw after SmackDown or a Raw after WrestleMania, Jesus.
Yeah, you got me convinced. I mean, I'm happy with a 9. I'll go 9. I mean, again, I'm just always so reluctant to give like 9s and 10s out to weekly shows. It's just a thing in my head. But
this
really
didn't miss a beat. There was not a drop step.
No, like tonight flew
100%. We were literally, especially even think about it. They did the first hour, more 45 minutes, but they did the first 45 minutes commercial free.
Yeah, the first 45 minutes, close enough.
And it didn't, miss a beat. And it was one of those of everything had that little continuity. You start from, Gunther out there, you get Randy Orton to come out. Then you take it into Ludwig versus Sheamus, and then you click into the next thing, and it's just all intertwined here.
100%. I mean, again, starting new stories for your next pay-per-view, continuing stories. Sammy's going to get a rematch, which I think is just going to be an excuse for someone like Ilya to help Sammy not win, but like go after Braun. I mean, like literally, like I said, Nick, I got like times, like I mark off times of like moments in a show,
right?
So I can go back, and like the list is long. Like the little line I had drawn, the timestamps have gone past where I thought I would be. Tonight was a fucking packed show. I think I'm more than comfortable calling this a 9 out of 10.
There you go. Well, I dare say even a 9.5, but you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Make sure you drop it in the chat of, or in the comments after the video of timestamps that you will want us to go to and everything.
10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. That is a nice group photo. It's lovely. Great ending. I believe James all in the fields and the fires. That was effing awesome. Oh, Nikki, you're so fine. You're so fine.
You blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Hey, hey, Nikki.
Mike's into them crazy chicks.
Ricky's to Nikki.
Right. 9 out of 10. Hickey's from Nikki?
What?
9 out of 10 from Anthony. He loving it tonight.
Absolutely.
10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 4. Yeah, you're a troll. I give it a 9. Favorite part of the show was Drew McIntyre tormenting CM Punk, Bronson Reed attacking Seth Rollins, and I wish we could have gotten Otis segment on improving his hygiene. So you wanted to get you wanted to watch Otis shave himself some more.
Right. Well, pause. You not gonna lie, you had us in the first half, and then you lost us in the back half.
A little bit downhill.
You just out here fantasizing about Otis and Old Spice commercials, Manscaped.
Right. Hilarious. Yeah. 0 to 10, no Trish. We know the rule. 8.5, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So most people are fucking thrilled with this one.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't see why you wouldn't be, honestly.
Yeah. I like this from Misfit. People worried if it would translate. I wondered if it would translate into the ring and mission accomplished. It's because it's not stupid, like you said about the Fiend. You called it, Nick, when they looked human. They're messed up, but they looked human. Like
right.
the suplex hurt Rowan, but you're not going to beat them because they're nuts. They're next level. They're gigantic.
Right. You're gonna have to fucking kill me to fucking stop me, but it's not one of those of. And then granted, the Fiend was supposed to be damn near an entity. Was a little a la Kane initially and everything, to where he's impervious to damage. But this shows 100% that this translates in ring. This translates beyond the spoopernatural.
Yeah, and I mean, much to your credit, like. No additional person, no extra run-in. Tonight, it really didn't make sense. Like, why would you add a person to a group who's about to dominate? And they, for the most part, outside of, American Made getting a couple shots in, it was the Wyatt's night, and the Wyatts are fine. American Made will not be, ruined. They don't have to retire. But I thought it was keep it simple and again, show everybody who they are.
Who could you see being an actual true counterpoint to the Wyatt?
The Bloodline.
Fuck me.
Bloodline 2.0 versus the Wyatts. Here we go.
Jesus. Solo versus Bo.
Right now, a counter doesn't exist at that level. Outside of the Judgment Day. All right, we have a rivalry with the Judgment Day, but I put my money on the Wyatts. Right? Like Finn versus Bo will be fun. I'm in. Like, it'll be fun.
They redo, Sister Abigail versus, good old Pumpkinhead.
Well, again, I mean, Finn's point of contention when he went back to NXT, and the Pumpkinhead thing almost got by me. Right. But, he made that comment of, like, I had to come down here because somebody got a new mask, and there's history there, right, between the Fiend and Finn, and the Finn and Fiend.
Perhaps.
But, yeah, no, I thought that translated beautifully, and it turned into a decent match again. Not a 5-alarm banger, but big spots, big moments, very fun. And again, the Wyatts look outstanding.
They look good without American Made. I still want to keep calling them an American male. But American Made didn't exactly do the job. They still looked confident, still looked, like a threat, but very much like you were even talking about of the Wyatt 6 isn't, unbeatable, but it's still one of those you're gonna have to fucking end me to beat me.
And this could lead to Chad Gable being like, this is bullshit, running his mouth, and adding an additional piece to this new group to strengthen them and maybe put them in a better position to fight the Wyatts.
Braun Strowman.
Jake Hager. I keep Jake Hager.
God damn it.
Yo, how awesome would that actually, that would blow my mind, right? Like, all of a sudden,
because then you get Dirty Dutch too.
But Strowman comes out in a singlet.
Oh, I thought you were going with Hager, but yeah, Strowman.
7.5, 9. I'm so glad Bray is being honored in this way. Bo, Dexter, Gacy, and Nikki get amazing character work. They're outstanding, and the little nods, even Rowan to Brody, and I'm sure when we get off, we'll see other people point out other things that we overlooked. But those again, it doesn't feel like a tribute act. It feels like in honor of.
That's the biggest thing with me. I worried for the longest time. I know you and I fought over it, even on screen and off screen, of being a goddamn tribute band.
Yeah.
And it's very much paid homage, but not been a tribute band.
Yeah, 100%. And again, I was so fearful, like when you argued that, like, oh man, if they come out and look stupid, like I'm gonna like my hope is out the window.
Right.
6 out of 10, and we're gonna call like last call, folks. We're gonna click through the ones that are here and try and make our way out. But again, we're hyper as shit and energized because of everything else that's going on. But we gotta get to bed. Absurd ratings. Like from the people, did you give a rating?
Then share, what is your rating? You can't just say absurd ratings and then not provide a rating.
I'm giving the show nine chairs out of 10 lanterns.
Hey Peppa, 9.5 out of 10. AEW looks so bad. WWE, we ain't touch that right now. We ain't gonna touch that right now.
Yeah, no, we can't play that game, but we're rooting for AEW, guys. We are, I promise.
We want them to do well. They just keep fucking stumbling out the gates. 6 out of 10. So 66 out of 10. What?
Right.
9.5 out of 10. Half a point of no TV time. Well, that's the other show. That's the other show.
You punish them for. Well, I mean, they use other people from SmackDown, so
right.
They could have used.
You're right. This was the best Raw of the year. 9 out of 10. Sophie 8.5 out of 10. John 10 out of 10. Great show, bros. I love it. Congratulations. Raw is an A. Like we made it an A. We're just here watching it. We didn't make it done. I'm glad that they did make it one, but yeah.
We make it. We do enhance the show, though. We are show enhancers.
Yes, we are show enhancers. We are
I now want that on the show enhancer on the t-shirt.
Sentence enhancers, and then just
oh man. But no, we appreciate it, Jordan. And it was a really good Raw. One of my favorite Raws of 2024.
If you're comparing it to it being better than the Raw after WrestleMania, I think that's a goddamn big statement.
But remember, the consensus was, and the WWE apologists were very much like, well, Triple H is trying to change the narrative, and they don't want every Raw after Mania just to be stocked with stuff. And I'm like, that's silly. That's like showing up to a party with no booze and being like, we just want it to be a good time. Like, no, that you're not making any sense. But at the end of the day, I think this was better. I think a lot of people were disappointed the Monday after Mania. Tonight was just chaos. It was everywhere. Like every 10 minutes, there was something like oh my God, what the fuck? What happened?
It went a lot of ways that we never thought it was going to go. And that's really great. Like that's still always to me just an extra like 10 points to Gryffindor of how much we're online, pay attention to everything going on in wrestling, trying to be ahead of the curve of what's going on with it. And when they can still surprise us, 100%, all the brownie points. And they took Bronson Reed and made this man a goddamn star because he sat there and destroyed your former world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot in the IWC over the next few days about why Bronson shouldn't have been, shouldn't have done this. And when you were on your
they're all Anthony's burner accounts.
But I mean, this is the interesting thing about the IWC is they don't want repetitive and the same old, but hate everything you change. Like no matter what you change, they're like, oh, I can't believe they did that. Like you can't have Bronson Reed in the move up the roster and show you what he can do unless you use him. You got to put him on display.
I've never seen a fan base that hates progression and regression at the same time. Like just they prefer stagnation more than anything.
It reminds me a little bit of being a Leaf fan because
they're always shit.
Maybe,
but you set yourself up for that one.
There's a large part of the Leaf fan base that's cynical. So no matter what they do, like they make a trade and they're like, oh, he's shit. He been hurt twice last year. Oh, you changed the coach. They're like, oh, that was stupid. It's this like eat yourself mentality, and I don't quite get it. Can't do nothing.
Right. Can't do nothing. I can't do nothing in this house. Listen.
KJ, get Buff Bagwell as a manager. No, I don't know if that's going to work.
Not quite.
I'm telling you, get Angle. But I think now, because they're so heelish, Angle's going to get too much cheers, so you can't do it.
No, because then think about it. There was the point to where, remember when the Fiend was out there going out and taking out Mick Foley's and Angles and everything like that, of just hitting the mandible claw on the Sister Abigail on people and just destroying them. So maybe Kurt Angle has kind of like that flashback of I've dealt with this shit before. I'm out.
I'm not doing it again. And the theme of the night is run.
Exactly.
But I think we're ready to almost tap this one out. MDB, thank you for the love. Remember, we do have that statement on t-shirts and hoodies if you want to get yourself some merch. I'm not going to run the little commercial, even though we didn't run it tonight. But remember, we do have a merch store with a whole bunch of cool stuff to it. Get a mug. You can bring us the coffee with you.
Should we just run it? You're already doing it. Should we just run it?
Run it. Yeah, go.
All right. Hold on.
People are like, we're tapping out. They're running commercials. Oh, not noticing Indonesia.
100%. We got, the finest threads. That's not even probably what I was supposed to pull up. There we go.
No, that's not it.
That's what I was supposed to pull up. 100%. See, that was the old thing. See, this is why you don't ever leave me in charge of this. But yes, folks, we got the finest threads in pro wrestling out here. We got, the Brunch with the Boys tour. So you can make sure you were here for the whole summer. We got the podcast marks. Thank you, Jim and Brian, for letting us know. But we got anything for your pro wrestling needs. We got shirts. We got bucket hats. We got mugs. We got ball caps. We got anything and everything.
We got it all, folks. Get yourselves. We got drop tops, crop tops, tank tops. We don't stop. Bebop, doobop, and here we go. Folks, thank you for being here. Like I said, go check out your merch. We got the logos in multiple colors, of multiple series. I have no idea.
Everything up.
Who gave you the control panel? What the fuck?
Bad. There we go. See, bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back tomorrow for Great American Bash, and I almost said Bash at the Beach. It's going to be a fun one, folks, and we got all the wrestling all week long. Again, anytime you can share, tweet, or anything about this channel, we appreciate it. Is the most generous currency you can offer us outside of your time, and we appreciate all the time you spend with us. What a Raw. Holy shit. By the way, real quick, Nick, I know I'm rambling, but that whole thing about the podcast mark, you know what blew my mind about that comment and the stupidity of them too in that moment? I'm going to defend the podcast mark community. No, it's stupid. Enough. You do the same thing. You just do it later. You're too lazy.
Yeah, but they were in the business. We were never in the business. So we don't know what we're talking about because we weren't in the business.
Oh, kiss my ass. Like, we watch it live because, again, you're too lazy to watch it live. So you sit down and watch it with a remote and fast forward. And then you scream and yell about it. And then we do the same thing just live every night. So, again, it would be awesome if we could pause and rewind and catch all the little details and microscope everything. But, yeah, kiss my ass.
There you go. AJ standing up for the wrestling content creator community there of just, I guess, F you, Jim Cornette, and F you, Brian Last.
What was Brian ever done in wrestling? Really?
Shots fired.
All right. I'm out. I just had to get that off my chest. So I was like,
wait a minute. You got busted. Call him out. Go ahead. Say it with your chest. Say it like you're grown.
I started this bullshit because of Jim Cornette and his fucking and his situation. So it just makes me laugh now of like, I just do what you do. I'm just brave enough to do it every night.
I'll just say, and this might sound ridiculous too, but I just laugh at the fact that Jim Cornette had to acknowledge us on his show and everything like that. Like, that's crazy to me. I live a stupid life. Yeah. WWE acknowledged us. Jim Cornette, we made merch off of Jim Cornette. What the fuck is going on? And we're only just getting bigger and better and just killing this motherfucking game, my guy.
Yeah, that's another point I didn't think of. You're talking about us, motherfucker, not the other way around.
But that's the thing. Think about it. In the past year, we've gone, to 5K plus subscribers. WWE's acknowledging us. Jim Cornette's out here giving us merch ideas because he's putting us over 100%. And we're just getting started. So again, theme of the night. And here, you said this as a positive to all the other content creators. I'll say this to everybody else out there: run, because we coming for you, motherfucker.
I love it. Thank you for being here, folks, and thank you for enjoying.
Right, and listen to us go on a promo rant.
We're like, hey, we need to get to bed. It's late. It's Monday, and
right. Sit down. Be humble.
That's it, folks. I'm tapping out. We're good. Have a good night.
Fair enough. So,
did you miss something? You have to hit rewind. You might have. But yeah, that was Raw. What a great Raw. Clearly, because, dude, you know it's a good Raw when we're like this at the end of a Raw. Like,
3 hours, and we're still like, okay, so when's the 4th hour start? So, like, all right, should we tag for a pause now and come back with the 4th? What do we do?
Too bad they don't have a press conference. No, I'm just
Jeez. I think on that note, our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you better put that for life with it.
Come back tomorrow. We got a Great American Bash, and we'll see you on the flip side. Good night.